boo ba da beep.
Even when you're together, you're not in
Beep
sync.
ba da boo. Beating boom bum. Beep ba da boom. Do da da da. Beep ba da boop.
This is the
still
first
full.
time we're all together
From yesterday.
for a live Imaging Tuesday in 2023.
Yeah.
Last week we weren't together.
All right, because
Right.
Cappy wasn't here.
You weren't here either.
Oh, no, it was the week before I was here, and then he wasn't here, and then he was here, and then I wasn't here.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And today's Tuesday?
Live Imaging Tuesday.
Lit.
Yeah.
Lit.
Yeah.
What a success. Thanks to all the listeners. Sorry I missed it yesterday at Yaamava Resort and Casino.
Oh, dude.
You guys, party, oh, party. We're popping. The food looked amazing. Social media was popping. You guys sounded great on the air.
Yeah.
That was an
nice.
awesome day. I'll tell you, man, it's hard to be on a diet when there's a pastrami-loaded cheeseburger with like Thousand Island and coleslaw all over it. Mm-hmm. And then these loaded waffle fries that are like nachos with sour cream and cheese and bacon bits and stuff. And then this hot dog thing. I don't know where that came from.
Why don't you just, do like some of the, you're working out already. Why don't you do some of the recovery stuff? Like, I just got an email right now from the spot I used to do cryo at. 10% off 60-minute hyperbaric chamber. You want to do a hyperbaric?
What's that supposed to do for me?
That's like the extra oxygen. It's good. It replenishes the oxygen in your body.
Nah.
All the football players do it. Athletes, not just football players, but a lot of athletes do it to kind of help
I don't know if Cappy's a cryo guy.
recuperate.
Well,
Not cry. You can do hyperbaric.
Oh, you could do hyperbaric, Cappy.
That's just oxygen.
Hey, they got a hyperbaric chamber that also tans you while you're in it?
No.
Now, that would be nice. I would sign up for that.
Right?
No,
Because
the
kill
tanning
two
is-
birds with
I
one
got to
stone.
get back in the tanning
Tanning
bed.
is bad for
Well,
you.
I'm
No,
not a
it's not.
tanner. I'm just saying, though, that if I got to lay
You
there
mean
in
like a
hyperbaric-
spray tan or like a tanning salon bed?
Yeah, like a tanning salon bed. Because
No, like a bed? That's bad for you,
I'm
dude.
not saying it's
I
good.
enjoy it, though. I
It's so
enjoy
bad.
it.
I
It's
don't
so good,
use
though.
it, but I'm just saying that if I'm going to lay in a hyperbaric chamber for an hour, tan me.
I
No.
got a tan before the Mandy's for
Yeah,
sure.
but I would imagine the chemicals would ruin then the hyperbaric part of it.
Oh, really?
Probably.
Yeah.
Spray tan's not bad, but the problem is you got to have somebody on the down low that'll let you just put on something smaller, because most places won't let a man. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So you can get a fuller tan.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I used to have somebody on the DL that would spray me, but they retired from the business.
Oh.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. They're no longer in the biz, huh?
So, but I enjoy a good tanning bed.
yeah, I haven't been
You
in
get
one
in
in a
there.
long
Why
time.
don't you just go outside and then get sun that
Well,
way?
I'm not saying that I'm into tanning beds. I'm saying that a hyperbaric chamber is a big commitment to me.
It's at 60 minutes. You put on
That's
a
a long
podcast
time.
and it's over.
60 minutes is a long time.
Why don't you do
though.
air check yourself? There you go.
You said I should air check myself.
Yeah.
Not just check myself.
Air check yourself.
I should air check
Yeah.
myself.
You tell us if you think the show sounds
That's
good.
an
All
inside
right.
term, so everybody knows.
Yeah.
Air checking is when you listen back.
Just listen back and see
Right.
if the show sounds good.
That's air checking. But checking yourself,
Yeah, air checking yourself.
I like to tell a lot of people at times
To check themselves.
It's time to check yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
If you air checked the show,
Yeah.
Yeah.
would you think that it needs more of you, less of you?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Because today, there's a high probability that there's going to be a lot of me, and here's why.
Yeah.
Because before the show,
There was a lot of you yesterday.
yeah, there was a lot.
A lot of you.
There-
No, but I like that.
but
I like ramping him up.
today, though, I've had 2 vanilla lattes in 1 cup from
With
our
whipped cream or not?
no, it was just our fancy coffee machine
Oh,
here.
okay.
Very fancy coffee
So
machine.
just steamed.
It was good.
and it was really, really good.
You know me, I don't even like coffee, and I had one.
So I'm very fired up this afternoon. However, I'm just cautioning everybody.
Yeah.
There could be that moment.
Yeah.
Where I immediately don't say anything and just run to
Okay,
the bathroom.
well, speaking of you saying things,
Yeah.
apparently,
Yep.
you've been making fun of JB Long.
That is not true.
You have.
That is not
You've been
true.
doing this thing where you say his calls are, they're too high or whatever.
No, I hear things. That's all.
Yeah. So I heard that Bronny was telling you that JB's upset. And by the way, I don't blame JB at all.
Get out of
The
here.
great Adam Braunstein,
Yeah.
executive producer of the Rams radio network, is here.
Yes. Yes. He's back in the house.
Yeah.
So Bronny, what is the story here?
No, so obviously everyone has heard JB has already had some iconic calls for the Rams.
Yeah,
throughout
he won a
couple
Super
years.
Bowl, for God's sake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everybody listened to Scott kind of clown on him a little bit, at least how
Clown?
he does his...
When did you clown?
How? I can't
No,
believe
he
this
did.
is
He made
called
fun of him.
clowning.
He did make
Clown
fun
on
of him.
JB Long?
I did
Hey,
not clown. No clown.
I'm just using the words that are being thrown around out there.
No clown.
I've heard the word like he's clowning on him, disrespecting him.
I mean,
Go
my
ahead.
God.
You did an impersonation that wasn't flattering.
Oh, but
Go
wait
ahead.
a second.
Let
Wait,
me hear it.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Can somebody please find a call of JB's? And the way I hear
Laura's working
JB
on
call the games, I hear him do this thing, and I hear it, and that's what I want to try and do.
Come on, tough
and
guy.
That's
Do the
clowning?
impersonation.
That's
Do the
clowning?
impersonation. Do the impersonation.
Bronny told me, he goes, what's going on? I'm like, what? What's up, man? He's like, really talking a lot of you-know-what, huh? I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, talking a bunch? And he's like, you haven't heard? I'm like, heard what? If JB Long is upset with me, let me tell you something right now. I will do everything I can to repair that relationship because there's no way that I am clowning JB Long.
Will you do the impersonation?
Okay. Laura has the JB Long. Has JB Long. Let's hear JB Long. One of the calls of the great JB Long, Super Bowl champion broadcaster that you have mocked, and Bronny has come to the defense.
Who are you, Cappy?
I'm a nobody. I'm a crunch of a cracker. I'm a
crumb of a nacho.
A crumb of a nacho.
Play the tape.
Yeah.
Josh Allen set up in the shotgun. Has the snap. Rams rush 4. Well protected. He hitches. He drills one. It is intercepted at the 50. Troy Hill takes it away.
29 Allen. That one is intercepted. And it's not his fault. It was in and out of the hands
Wait,
of
that's
Isaiah.
Tirico.
Quick release. Instead, he's hit by Aaron Donald, and he's engulfed.
With possession here. Allen fakes.
It's like a mashup of Tirico and JB.
But if you go back to the beginning,
Right.
what was the player he said?
Troy Hill.
Troy Hill, interception, Los Angeles, and I hear that.
Oh, jeez.
What is that? Is that bad?
You're just still doing it. You're
But
doing this
wait,
thing.
is that a bad thing?
The utter the disrespect in your voice.
Is soaked in,
Disrespect, it's
it's
unbelievable.
soaked in
It's
disrespect.
unbelievable.
Soaked. Look at you, can't even keep a straight face.
I said to Mario Ruiz, I said, hey, the LAFC is playing the U.S. men's national team at the bank.
Right, but Mario likes it.
Yeah, but
Apparently, everybody is like a 12-year-old to you the way you say it.
what are you talking about?
You sound like a 12-year-old.
Come on, do the JB impersonation. Do it.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like a good example.
Go ahead.
Cooper Cup, touchdown Los Angeles. Like I hear that. What is wrong with that?
Well, I mean, I'll take something from Chris. Like, hi guys, it's JB Long. That's what you sound like to
I
everybody.
do?
Yes.
I would never do that to JB. I love JB.
Cappy,
I love JB.
At the end of the broadcast yesterday,
Yeah.
I called off the TV a little Tom Brady.
Uh-huh.
Do I sound bad too?
What do you mean bad? I think JB sounds great.
Okay, because that's not. But it's not the way you're
See,
making
you
it
even
sound
got
like.
Sedano questioning like his
now you're
his
now
play-by-play
now
ability.
wondering what you're saying about me. Go ahead, Laura. Play for the thing from yesterday.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's an ESPN game. I could do a little play-by-play.
Yeah, you can. Go,
here.
George.
That's fine. So you got 3 receivers to the left. Play action. Brady pump fakes, looks left, throws it over the middle. It's intercepted. Intercepted by the Cowboys in the end zone. They take a knee. Curse with the interception.
My goodness.
Brady slaps himself on the helmet in disgust. And the Cowboys will begin the next drive after stifling Tom Brady by stealing the interception.
Now, what are you
That
saying
was
about me behind my
do
back?
better, man.
That was
better.
actually great.
Yeah,
You were
very
playing-
good.
You were
Very
doing
good,
color
George.
there?
Yeah.
Sedano was doing play-by-play?
Yeah, I was bringing emotion.
If it wasn't Gene Deckerhoff in Tampa doing the call for the Bucks radio network, I would say you did better than probably they did. But Deckerhoff is a legend.
But what are you going to say about me? Too nasally?
No, I would say too straightforward. Not a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whereas JB's giving you the emotion.
Right.
Well, I also don't have any
Touchdown,
emotion.
Los Angeles.
Why are you doing that though?
I can't.
Why are you doing
He
that?
says touchdown L.A.
Touchdown, LA.
Yeah, that's how he pushes on the
But
LA.
why are you trailing off like you're falling off a
Because
cliff?
he does that, and it's part of how he calls a game.
Yeah.
It's part of his excitement. I hear that. Why is hearing that therefore clowning on somebody?
I just
Why
think
isn't it
it's-
complimentary? Why? I mean, nobody does an impression of me. If somebody did an impression of me, I'd be like, wow, that's really good. I'm flattered.
I mean,
JB
sometimes
should
I
be
think-
flattered.
Rachel, I didn't mean to not be home on time. I sometimes do that. That's kind of an impersonation.
Yeah. JB Long should be flattered and should know.
What do you think, Bronny?
That
You
that
know
comes
JB
from a
Long
place
very
of
well.
love.
Wow, you're telling JB how he should feel.
Wow. Yeah,
Well,
there you go.
Because,
See,
you know
that's
why?
you do that.
Because
you do that.
it comes
You
from
tell-
a place of love.
Oh, stop. Now you just did. Now your voice
It
cracked.
comes from a place of love. Wrong. I freaking love JB Long. He knows I love him.
Yeah.
Wrong. And I feel like he should feel very
I don't know.
complimented.
I think we need to get to the bottom of this and maybe try to get JB Long on the show later.
I will kiss his tuchus
Okay.
on the air
Okay.
and tell him how much I love him.
Okay. All right. Well,
I mean, I can't promise it's going to go well. I mean, you've just dug yourself a hole. My
you have
friend.
dug yourself a hole.
Yeah.
Boy, and the way Bronny came up to me before the show, he's like, "You haven't heard?" I'm like, "Heard what? About the thing with JB?" No, what? I mean, I literally had no idea.
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's you."
I mean, I tried to walk it back, like just saying, like, no, you don't need to. It'll blow over. It's fine.
And then you
but
did it
yeah,
again.
you got to
did it
make a
again?
deal out
I
of it.
literally said I'll call him and apologize. Like I didn't mean to insult anybody.
Yeah. Speaking of calling, all right, we'll continue this conversation a little later, okay?
All right.
And Christopher's here for Live Imaging Tuesday.
Lit.
But coming up next, let's talk about your boyfriend Tom Brady and this notion that he's going to go to the Raiders and all of a sudden that's going to be some good thing. But first, speaking of calling, let's call my guy Jacob and Ronnie, okay? Because you know what? There's accidents happening all over the city right now. And I got to tell you about my guy Jacob. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. My favorite personal injury attorney. He was just here, won Game of Games. And then, of course, look, we're dealing with a lot. What are you laughing? He did win Game of Games.
He was
Why
just
are you
here. He won Game of Games.
He did.
He's my favorite personal
Can
injury
you let him
attorney.
get through his read?
I got a lot of others, but he's my favorite.
He is my favorite. I don't have a lot of others. He's my guy. I got a one and only, unlike you, who's not monogamous to people. I'm monogamous. Okay? All right? So call.
Touchdown, LA!
So call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. You're seeing all the rain. Finally, sunshine out there, too. For the love of God, thank God for that. Everyone needs to have Jacob in their contacts. Put the damn number in your phone like I told you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Over the last couple of weeks, you've seen all the rain. You probably saw a car on the side of the road with the hazards. Maybe even worse, a car hydroplaning, maybe an accident. Accident rates triple in the rainy weather, especially here in Southern California. So immediately after an accident, call my guy Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. It's proven that the longer you wait after an accident, your case is more difficult to settle, which means you won't get what you want or what you need, for that matter. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. He offers free case evaluations. You know, Jacob has thousands of clients that have been satisfied. You know how at Crypto.com Arena, they got the wall of all the retired jerseys. Well, at Jacobs, they got a wall of seven-figure settlements. So you know you're going to the right place. A lot of attorneys say they're going to fight for you. Well, Jacob, you call him, he's going to win for you. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Visit him online, calljacob.com. Follow him on Instagram, Facebook, you name it. And right now, Jacob is offering tickets to a Lakers game. So go to his Facebook, go to his Instagram, go to calljacob.com.
Live Imaging Tuesday, a little after 4:30 p.m. in the South End. Yeah. Sedano and Kap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is National Hot Buttered Rum Day. Go ahead. And on this day in 2015, the number one hit, Bruno Mars. This song, Uptown Funk.
Good song.
Remember how big this song was?
Oh, my God. Huge.
I think he's better, though, with the recent stuff he's done with Anderson .Paak.
That's fair.
We'll get that soul sound.
Yeah.
Do the JB Long call again. Come on, do it.
I mean, is he really upset with me? He can't be upset with me.
I mean, I would be.
Why?
I don't know.
I love JB Long. I do.
You sound like Peter Brady in that episode of The Brady Bunch where he goes through puberty.
That is a deep reference for you, Producer Lindsay.
Yeah,
Very
great job.
That's like the most popular episode, right?
Yeah,
Because usually you're the one that's like, what was the impersonation we did that one day of Lindsay? Like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Right.
What
I
was
don't know what that is.
Right.
What was? Oh, American Bandstand.
Yeah.
American Bandstand.
Dick Clark.
Why would I know what that
Who's
is?
Dick Clark? Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah.
Hey, respect the. Didn't he pass away?
He did
He
pass
did a
away a
while
number of
ago,
years
yeah.
ago now. Yeah.
Respect the dead. You know?
Ryan Seacrest is now the new Dick Clark, basically.
Lindsay Pickleball, give us a quick heads up here on how you did last night out at Yaamava.
Oh, did you win?
I ended up about even, which is
Okay.
good. You know,
Yeah.
that's a win because
Yeah.
I got the very nice suite.
I agree.
The executive
It was-
suite. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
the executive
beautiful.
suite. I was an executive. They had robes even. You know, I know that, you know.
Cappy would have loved
I
the
love
robe.
I love a
I'm
nice
surprised
robe.
you didn't grab her robe.
I
know,
know,
right?
They were way more fluffy and comfy than like the Cappy robes, no offense.
None taken.
Yeah.
So when
Not
I
my
woke,
robes.
when I woke up this morning, I had like my little cup of coffee with my robe on the patio.
Oh, yeah.
Did
Patio
you-
On the
balcony.
veranda.
Did you stay in the casino late last night?
It wasn't like super late. It was probably like 1:32.
It's pretty late to me.
They had a 24-hour room service menu, which is clutch.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you liked Yaamava?
I loved it. It was great. And
It's
then
fire,
this
right?
morning, like I got to go on like a little tour of the casino.
Yeah.
It was great.
Nice.
Yeah.
That place is huge
They
too. By
don't
the
they
way.
don't have the Willy Wonka slot machine though.
Oh, you didn't find it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Something with like licensing and stuff. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But other than that, it was good. Good time. Very crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there
Yeah, it was
yesterday.
poppin'.
I won $60 playing blackjack.
Nice
you really?
work.
We only played for like, what, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as I was like, I won like $50 or whatever, I'm good. And then he started getting all my luck.
Oh, really?
Started hitting a bunch of blackjack.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's on a roll.
Nice.
Well, but we didn't have, like it just, it is blackjack. It's uneven. It's up, you're down, and then it ended up. So up is good.
I didn't know that you had to do the actual like.
Tap
you can't
it?
say.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to do the
Yeah,
hand
yeah, the
motion.
hand
signal.
gesture.
Hand
And she
signal,
was starting
yeah.
to get like
Give it to me.
irritated.
Yeah. Well, because there's cameras, so
Yeah,
she
yeah,
needs
yeah.
to make sure that
It's got to be copacetic.
Right, they
There's
don't feel
always
like
an
she's-
eye in the sky,
she's
Cappy.
cheating. Yeah.
But you got to have the right hand signal. See what I'm
Yeah,
doing right
you
here?
We
like
see the
this.
hand signal.
See?
We get it. We get it.
Anybody who's watching on
me.
YouTube, right? You can see this is the hand
hit-
signal.
hit me.
Universal signal for hit me.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go.
Tappy tap
Right.
or
Right.
what do you call this one?
Stay.
Stay.
Stay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm staying.
right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good times.
Search.
And I taught Lindsay about insurance against the blackjack for the dealer.
Oh, just the way you taught me about health insurance.
Yes, that's
Nice.
Yeah, different kind
A few
of
months
insurance.
ago.
Yes.
Right.
But then he used the insurance and it
And
was
I
good.
won.
Yep.
I still won. You know, I mean, she didn't have a blackjack, but I still ended up winning anyways. It didn't matter.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's a winner at Yaamava.
Yeah.
Thanks. Search ESPN LA on YouTube. You can watch the show live. The whole Mishbook is here today.
Yeah.
Including producer Lindsay and producer Laura.
Yeah. So, Cappy, did you cry on the way home? Like, because Tom Brady's career is basically over as we know it?
So I was driving home last night.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to the Westwood One broadcast.
Kevin Kugler and
Right.
Kurt Warner.
Right. And
Why are you laughing? Kevin Kugler's a good
No, well,
broadcaster.
and Rich Eisen did the halftime, too.
Did he?
yeah,
I
oh,
didn't
he's
know
been
that.
doing it for
From
years.
Monday night.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Took it right off Jim Gray. Took it from him.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm listening to this game last night, and I'm listening to Kurt Warner. And what I'm hearing is from Kurt, this is either Tom Brady's last game as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer,
Right.
or this maybe is Tom Brady's last game ever.
Right.
But what I was listening to was
I mean, he didn't look great.
he did not. And I'll tell you honestly, like I'm a red zone watcher.
Yeah.
So I'm not like a sit down and watch a full game guy.
Yeah.
And I know that the Buccaneers weren't very good.
The red zone is made for you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not allowed to watch a full game either.
Right. There's
At
that.
home,
But
you know.
also, you have ADD.
Well, short attention span
Big
theater.
time.
I mean, red zone
Yeah.
is like perfect for me. So I don't watch a Buccaneers game.
It's just straight into the veins. There's nothing else.
Right. Start to finish. I don't watch it. So I only watch the highlights. I
So
watch the
now
red zone.
you watch the full game and realize how bad it's been, like I've been telling you all season.
But it's not just Brady alone.
No, the team stinks.
Horrible.
Yeah.
The offensive line can't protect.
No.
The receivers drop passes.
He's also a statue.
That's just it. For
Yeah.
the first time ever, tell me if you guys
He
feel
can't
this-
even move in the pocket.
For the first time ever, I thought he looks old and slow.
Yes.
And all those guys on the other side,
No, are fast.
they're like 23, 25,
So much faster
27,
than
and
him.
they're in their primes.
Yes.
And I'm just rooting for him because he's 45.
Right. But here's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, just go to the Raiders with Josh McDaniel. Was having that conversation today. And I'm like, the Raiders are way worse than the Bucs. Like, the Raiders have equally as bad an offensive line and a way worse defense than than the Bucks do. The Bucks, at least on defense, are pretty good this year.
But can I just say one thing
The
about
Raiders.
Brady?
Like, he's going to go to the Raiders to do what?
Well, it would
win
be
a Super Bowl.
interesting.
Yeah, but they're not going to win a Super Bowl with him there. He's not that good anymore.
Stop.
He's not good enough to carry.
Please.
He couldn't carry the Bucks in the worst division in the sport.
Would you
That is
please-
a good point.
I know, but he did win a Super Bowl.
That
in
was
Tampa.
2 years ago.
Kind of like LeBron won one 2 years
Okay,
ago.
but LeBron is putting up 48 points. Your boy Tom Brady looks like
But
he
you know
can't
what?
move out there.
But you know what's amazing?
Go ahead.
I thank you. I thought about this last night. As amazing as LeBron is, and last night he was incredible.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, will LeBron be as good as he is today when he's 45?
He's not. Of course not. It's basketball. It's different.
I know, but Brady, for the first time to me, looked old and slow. And yet, I had to go do this on my own. Do you guys have any idea what Brady did this year for a really bad
He threw
team?
like 700 and something passes, the most in the NFL in the history of the sport.
733 pass attempts.
I know.
4,700
I watched
yards
Sports Center
passing.
after.
Right. 4,700 yards passing.
Yeah.
25 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
Compared to 9 interceptions.
Yeah.
That's a 45-year-old guy.
Yeah, he's awesome for 45.
On a crap team,
But the reality
still
is
putting up those numbers.
If he goes to the Raiders next year, it's again 9-8, 8-9.
Well, I hope he does.
It's not going to be good,
Well, I don't care.
right? That you just want more of him.
I love Tom Brady.
Yeah,
In
I
fact,
know.
I love Tom Brady so much
Yeah.
that I've been to the movies twice in the last week and change
You've mentioned that like 6 times already.
because I'm not drinking right now.
Right.
So
Still?
I still haven't had a drink.
How about tonight?
Yeah, tonight you're going to.
I don't think so.
No, I don't either.
I don't
Oh,
think
that's
I'm-
true. You got to drive.
But
me
if you
home,
go to
so-
the Tequila Mandala thing, what are you going to do?
I might. I mean, at that point, I got to say, but that's February.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
February
that's dry
2nd.
January. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So I haven't had a drink, and I've been looking for other things to do other than do what I would normally do. Let's go to a bar. Let's listen to a band.
Right.
I've been to 2 movies.
Yeah.
Of all the previews of all the movies that are out there,
Yeah.
the only movie that interests
You
me.
want to see the Brady one with the 4 old ladies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
80 for Brady.
Correct.
Yeah. Where he's actually in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something right now.
Yeah. Lily Tomlin.
Yeah.
Jane Fonda.
Right.
Sally Field and
Rita
Rita Moreno.
Moreno.
Yeah.
Si.
What did you say?
Rita Moreno.
There's no double R there.
Oh.
It's just Rita Moreno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
Jane Fonda. I know she's 80-something.
Oh boy.
And if you look at the ages of the girls on the roster, they're like 90-something, mid-80s, like late 70s. And Jane Fonda, in the previews, she hooks up with some younger dude. She still looks, I mean, she's hot for 80. That's all I'm saying. You guys think I'm out of my mind, don't you?
No, I don't. But I just didn't know why we needed to go here. We're having a great sports conversation.
Well, this is sports.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Right. This is a
So
movie
you're
about
saying
Tom
if Jane
Brady.
Fonda came by
Yeah.
and said, Cappy,
Because in the movie, she takes this
Bring
young
it in.
guy. She takes this young guy into like a closet, like where the maintenance guy works.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So if she brought it in,
Yeah.
you would bring it in.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Because I got a story to tell at that point.
Yeah.
Like I call all my boys. Well, you're not going to believe this.
Yeah.
What happened? You guys remember Jane Fonda? They go, she's still alive? Yeah.
Yeah.
And dude, you're not going to believe this story.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that?
Oh, 100%. But
Of
I think
course.
my record is pretty well known in that department. So
Hey, Jane, if you're listening, you look great.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. Speaking of LeBron, do you want to get to him next or you want to get to this Cowboys-Niners thing?
Now, let's get to LeBron.
Okay, we'll do LeBron.
Okay?
Because LeBron, there's a lot of layers to this. Plus, your boy Brody, maybe wrapped in some more controversy.
Really?
Did you hear about that?
I did hear about it.
All right, let's do all that coming up in the next couple segments. 710 ESPN.
All right, first, before we hit this break.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Kap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is no mistake. There's no mistake.
There's
Dave. The mistake. Come on. Seriously, brother.
Well, that's right here. It says mistake. Okay.
There's a mistake.
No! I'm an idiot. No, I cannot find that. Something here?
Double the.
Son of
I don't see it, no. There's a mistake on this page?
Yeah.
Oh, there's two thus.
There you are.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You beat sleep.
Yeah. No, I can't find a mistake.
Look at the words.
Can you?
Still don't see it?
Find the. Yeah, there's two thus.
You find the mistake. God, I feel dumb.
Oh, VV?
Yeah, you
It's
got
double VV. Am I the only one that got it?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Cap. I'm up here in Mammoth. It's cold. It's loud. But you know what's interesting is when you come up to a place like this, everybody's got a Subaru because active lifestyle. Everybody wants to be part of coming up to the mountains and having a great time. And that's what you see with Subaru drivers. And right now, between right this second and January 3rd, share the love, man. I'm telling you, you buy or lease a new Subaru between now and January 3rd, $250 gets donated in your name to organizations that need it the most this time of the year. So I don't have a lot of time, man. I got to get up on these slopes. Got to get out in this Subaru. Let's go.
Yes, indeed. Live Imaging Tuesday. Sedano and Kap. Quarter in front of 5 p.m. in the Southland.
Oh, yeah.
I want to wait for Sedano to walk in. He's just walking in now.
Shit on him.
Shit on him. It is National Bootleggers Day. Bootlegger. And on this day... Oh, this one that does the breakdown. Mm-hmm. On this day in 1987, the number one hit, Gregory Abbott, Shake You Down.
Oh, yeah.
This is so good, shit on it. We might play it twice.
Ooh, it's a good song.
I would never have come up with the artist, but I love this song.
That's what Christopher's here for.
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't sound very nice. That's all I'm here for?
That's it.
Well, you are the master of knowing music. You literally grew up in a musical home.
I did, but it's also on this piece of paper that Lindsay gives us.
Well, there's that too.
By the way, you guys are going to talk LeBron here in a moment. He sits at 316 points away from the Cap.
Yeah.
Not you, but the other Cap.
So probably what, like another 10, 12 games? Somewhere in that range?
That's
if
what
I had
they
to
think.
guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many more? Let me look at the Lakers
Yeah,
schedule.
tell us if we
The road
project
to
out.
greatness
Well,
is here.
originally they asked us to pick it like on ESPN.com, like to guess.
Yeah.
And
They
I
asked
picked
Cappy too, or just you?
No,
just me.
only those
Because you're part
in,
of the team?
in the league. Yeah.
Right.
In the league?
But they asked me, and at the time I picked February 9th, which was against Milwaukee at home.
It's a good one.
But I don't know, like how many more games until then? Let me see. Hold on. So they have. Where are we right
Can they do it on an East Coast swing so I can get the promos on early and still get the bet?
Yeah, probably not, is my guess. There's not very many East Coast swings left, actually. All right, so let's say 10 more games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 would be New Orleans at New Orleans right now.
Okay.
Cappy wants to go to that game.
Now that's March. What's the date?
February 4th.
Oh, no, February 4th. No, I was looking at the New Orleans Lakers game in March.
Yeah. So right now, if he averages 31.6 points per game over the next 10, that would be the game. And it would be on the road. So I would imagine they would. How much longer would they be on the road? Oh, well, they'd be back for OKC, but do you want to do that against OKC?
Well, right, but you don't. A, you don't want to do it on the road. B, you want. Well, okay. What's after OKC?
Hold on a second.
All right, waiting. Stand by.
Go ahead.
Oh, the Milwaukee game.
Oh, well, that's the one.
So you're saying he saves himself for the
Has
Milwaukee
to.
game?
Has to.
Against Giannis?
I mean, even if he has to miss a
National
game.
television?
Right. Even
TNT? Yeah.
Done. It's done.
Or he could do it on the road the next day at Golden State.
No.
Which I'll be calling.
Oh, okay, wait. So
on
it's
ESPN Radio.
No, it's
too long.
No, it needs.
But do you realize how amazing that is if I make the promos with your call and not Ireland's?
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
We'll have World War III.
Oh yeah, I know. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
They already openly talk about how much you hate their show and like
if
ours.
I use a mix of Billy Mac's TV call and your radio call,
you're just asking for trouble, pal.
Greatness happens, and then you hear Sedano.
Over to LeBron.
LeBron James is the king of the scoring leaders. No, that's not what I would say.
No, we're going to have to work on that.
No, I wasn't going to say
Yeah,
that.
you got to have to prepare.
Right. You have to prepare a line. It's going to have to be
that day. No, I would totally prepare. If legitimately I was, and I am calling that game on ESPN Radio. If I was legitimately, if he was going to potentially break it, like let's say he was 10 points away, which means he would do it, I would absolutely do a Jim Nance and prepare for it.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to, I mean, obviously you throw in the king right away.
Right.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
But you need something that's going to live forever.
Yeah.
Something you can be proud of.
LeBron stands alone on the throne.
Of it, I don't know if that.
No,
I don't know. If
no, you don't like that one.
Stands alone on the throne. That's not bad, but you need something after that.
Yeah. 38,000 blah 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 points. No. What do you think? We'll workshop it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to really sit down and do like a real strategy session.
Ireland's call will be like.
He's probably listening to this, us workshopping it here. No, he's listening to the PTI podcast, let's be honest.
For you to listen to us. Yeah. So LeBron last night, crazy again, like incredible, unbelievable. And you had to know it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because the night before, when Russ takes the ball and decides he's going to do it all on his own, and LeBron walks off the floor without saying, good job to anybody, pissed off, walks back into the locker room the next night, last night, you're like, okay, LeBron's going to do this one on his own. And that's kind of what he did. But he was hot.
He was incredible.
I mean, when you're hitting three-pointers and you're knocking them down and you're driving to the basket and you're making everything and you're putting up points, I mean, he was hot last night. When you're hot, you shoot. When you're ice cold, you choose who to pass the ball to. But it gets back to the night before, which is, hey, Brody, my man, give me that ball.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
He was incredible. I thought that, so while I was enjoying his play yesterday, it was also kind of like, do we need 48 points to beat the Houston Rockets?
They shouldn't have, but they kept letting the Rockets come back into it. Especially late. They're like, all of a sudden, it's like, wait, it's a 6-point game. And then it's like, oh, it's a 12-point game. Well, it's down to a 4-point game. Now it's back to a 10-point game. They just kept letting Houston back in. Shouldn't have done that.
Well, because the team's not that good around him, so there's that.
But they're good enough to beat a terrible team like Houston.
Right.
They're good enough to come close against a good team like Philadelphia.
Right.
And that's where they are. But this is why I'm still bullish on the Lakers. I realize it. I'm kind of on my own here, but I'll go at it alone. I'm bullish because they're that close. If you are playing Philadelphia and you get it to the last possession and you've got a chance to win and you don't even get a shot off, you're that close. Now you start bringing back bodies. Reeves, Lonnie Walker, just for depth alone, and then you get AD back.
And then you make the deal.
No,
then you just make the deal.
Or
go make the deal.
All I'm saying is
just make the deal.
But just the mindset of a coach.
Just make the deal.
The mindset of a general manager.
Why are you so anti making the deal? It's not your picks. It's not your money.
I could care less about these picks.
Yeah.
In fact, LeBron's 38. He may still be playing for the Lakers when he's 45 based on Brady.
No.
And those picks may not, they may come back here years. He may still be playing in 27 or 29. You don't think?
No, he's not.
Brady is.
No. It's different sport. The quarterback literally can't get touched these days because of Tom Brady busting his knee a couple, 15 years ago.
Dude's still getting jumped on by 350-pound men.
Not every play.
Gets hit a lot.
They protect the quarterback so much now.
Yeah, not last night.
I mean,
there was no protecting him last night.
Yeah, for sure. But like LeBron you have to have real athleticism to play basketball. Like basketball players are way better athletes, top to bottom. You don't agree with that?
No, I'm okay with it. I'm not really.
That's my point. You can't be Tom Brady at 45 with that lack of athleticism playing basketball.
And you probably can't be Patrick Mahomes at 45 with diminishing athleticism and still playing quarterback in the NFL.
Unless he becomes a better passer, which he has shown the propensity to do.
I mean, all I know is Tom Brady's 45, and he still passed for 5,000
Oh,
yards.
my God.
25 touchdowns,
Right.
9 picks.
Yeah.
And on a bad football team.
Right. And also, he was part of the reason they were bad, too.
Yeah, he wasn't very good last night. I mean,
Yeah.
that first interception he threw was just horrendous.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. I mean, you heard me call it.
I did.
He slapped his helmet in disgust. Did
There's-
you like that line? I feel like that's something Harlan would say.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you like this or you don't like this, but
I probably may not.
as a play-by-play guy, okay, a lot of play-by-play guys are very uptight about the color commentator stepping on their call.
Yeah.
And while you were calling it,
You were going off.
I was just emoting.
I just kept powering
Right,
through.
Right. There's the Cincinnati Bengals,
Yeah.
their group, their color commentator
Yeah.
guy is a guy named Dave Lapham.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who the play-by-play guy is. And he's calling the play, and Dave's in the background, yeah, go, yeah,
Yeah, but you
come
heard
on.
me. I powered right through you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's fun.
Yeah, I don't care. Not really paying attention to you. I'm paying attention to the call.
Yeah, call the game.
And then you do whatever you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Just call
But
the
I
game.
do know play-by-play people that. So I worked at a place. I won't say who because this person was fairly famous. It wasn't at ESPN. It was before I got to ESPN.
Okay.
So this person was a play-by-play guy, and on radio. So it was a big, big deal. Okay. And he was a big deal. He did national radio. He did big-time local play-by-play.
What sport?
He did football. Okay. And
I think I know who it is.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't say it. When he went to, don't say it. I see your face. When he went to a new place to
Yeah.
do local,
Yeah.
he was still doing national.
Yeah.
The guy was stepping on him, and he gave him the "don't step on me" conversation,
Yeah.
and it did not go over well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because the color commentator guy was,
like, "What are you talking? We're just, we're emoting, having fun, right? It should be a fun broadcast." And he was like, "No." He basically did what allegedly Chick Hearn was doing to Pat Riley
with
in
the cut
the
sign?
Right.
It was, in winning time. Yeah, yeah, it was nuts. But yeah, I let you go hoop and holler for your
yeah,
boy.
I love it. Now, my favorite part of last night's Laker game
Yeah,
is when the kid on Houston, what's this kid's
Jabari
name?
Smith Jr.
Jabari Smith Jr.
the number 3 pick in the draft.
Yeah, him. When Jabari Smith
I mean,
Jr.
that's not a small anecdote.
No, I got it. I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it. But when this kid comes onto the floor and is mic'd
Yeah.
and says to LeBron, hey, it
We
wasn't
have the audio. If you,
Oh, we do?
Yeah, I don't know if you know that.
because it's pretty funny to hear.
Yeah.
Just let me play it.
Laura has it, right? The Jabari Smith. Yeah.
You played against my dad. Your first NBA game ever. Really. Sacramento. You feel old, don't you?
Why you do that to me?
Oh my God!
And it's true.
That
He was stunned. LeBron was stunned when he heard that.
I'm surprised the kid doesn't walk up to him in pregame. When they're doing layup lines and go, "Excuse me, Mr. James. Hi, I'm Jabari Smith Jr. I mentioned the junior part because my dad, who's sitting right over there with the drink in his hand, my dad, Jabari Smith Sr., you guys played in your first NBA game together, and I'm here playing against you tonight."
He was actually on the bench for that game.
Who, the dad?
That's good knowledge from
Yeah.
Lindsay Baseball.
Hey, nice job.
Well, did you also know that there's a couple other connections from that game? That Paul Silas was LeBron's first coach.
Yeah.
And his son, he was playing against
Is
him
the
last
head coach of the Rockets. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Good job, Linz.
Wow.
Thanks. I heard that all from Brian Windhurst this morning on ESPN 850. So,
WKNR Cleveland.
Windy dropping knowledge.
Windy.
Yeah. Yeah, Silas' son.
That's cool. That's a nice little story. I didn't know that.
I think it's funny, though, that he was like, my dad played against you in your first game. And it's like, no, you didn't play, man. He didn't get any minutes.
Really?
Yeah, he was
So-
on the bench.
LeBron did not say that to him, though.
No, I know. I said that. I think
But
it's
then, did
funny.
you see at the end of the game, LeBron sees Jabari Smith Sr.
Yeah,
and hugs it out
yeah,
with him?
yeah, he did.
And here's a question. If the kid doesn't say anything to LeBron, does LeBron know who Jabari Smith Sr. is?
He might know who he is because he played against him. He was on the other team. LeBron's got one of these he's facial recognition stuff in his brain. You know what I mean? If he if he's actually seen you, he knows who you are. He may not know you, but he knows who you are. Shaq used to have the same thing.
Yes, Shaq was very good at that.
Shaq is very good at if he sees a face, he knows that face from somewhere, and he can probably process it within 30 seconds where he knows that face from.
Yeah, yeah. I've had Shaq at times where I've run into him and him call me. I know you're looking at me like this is not believable. This is not a believable story.
I see where you're going, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What did Shaq do?
You know that the night of the Rose Bowl, the USC Texas Rose Bowl.
I cried that night.
Okay, that was the Reggie Bush fumble game, right?
Yeah. Well, it's more like the Vince Young thing.
Okay.
More like the Reggie Bush throne fumble, but whatever.
I saw Shaq at that game, and I walk up on Shaq like, Diesel, what's up? You know, like I put my hands out like I'm coming in for a big old hug. And dude called me by name, and I was like, wow, how does he, like, really? So I've had that experience. You guys aren't buying the story.
Well, you did.
I'm not.
Really?
No, not really.
Really? When I walk up on Shaq, I'm like, yo, Diesel, foo, Shaq,
Well, had you and the greatness back then of Billy Ray Smith interviewed him or something?
I had known Shaq going back to the mid-'90s when he was...
Can you tell the story on the other side?
It doesn't
we're way
matter.
against the
It
break.
doesn't
Lindsay
matter.
and Laura have both
The
told me to
whole
go to
story
break.
doesn't
basically.
matter. It's all garbage.
You can tell the story on the other side.
Yeah,
Sedano
whatever.
Kap continues
No,
next.
not really.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is no mistake. There's no mistake.
There's
Mistake. Duh. Mistake. Come on. Seriously, brother.
Well, that's right here. It says mistake. Okay.
There's a mistake.
I'm an idiot. No, I cannot find something here. Double the son of
I don't see it, no. There's a mistake on this page?
Yeah.
Oh, there's two does.
There you go.
Say it one more time.
Hashtag lit.
There we go. It is time for what you need to know.
Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are.
Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. Super excited to be back in the studio doing lit.
It is nice to
It is.
all of us pressing the flesh
Pressing the
together.
flesh.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, an iconic jersey worn by the late Kobe Bryant will go up for auction next month. Sotheby's is, that's how you say it, Sotheby's?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it right. Sotheby's is preparing to auction off one of Kobe's signed jerseys. It's expected to go for up to $7 million.
Wow.
Yeah, he wore the autographed jersey more than 25 times during the 2007-8 season. And if it sells between 5 and 7
That's the
million,
year I believe he averaged 35 points a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good knowledge, this. You know?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good
because
knowledge,
I'm
too.
this whole time I'm thinking to myself, tell me why this jersey is so special.
He
you
won
know?
the scoring title that year.
Okay.
And he signed it.
Yeah.
So it would be the highest price ever paid for one of his jerseys.
Is that a good enough reason to?
No.
No? Because he won the scoring title?
I just feel like $7 or $8 million for a jersey. I mean, I know collectors are out there and they want these kinds of things.
Yeah, and posthumously. Yeah.
But that's crazy. I mean, that's
It's a lot of money.
insanity.
Yeah.
It goes up for bidding February 2nd, Cappy, if you change your mind.
February 2nd.
Think about it. If
don't
you
know.
win the Mega Millions,
Well, the Mega Millions somebody already won the $1
you're right,
billion
you're
dollars or whatever.
You're right.
Cappy can win 20 though if he plays today.
I know, but
There's nothing wrong with 20.
I don't want to win $20 million. I don't want to win $20 million because once you win the lottery once, you're done. So you want to hit it
that's
with like.
not true.
I know.
There have been people who have won
A
multiple
lot
times.
recently, I feel like.
I know a guy. True story. I know a guy
That's won a few jackpots.
that his parents won the lottery twice.
Like the real lottery, or like just like a small jackpot.
Like
thing?
a state of Connecticut, couple $1 million.
That's awesome.
Hit it twice.
Wow.
Yeah, former NFL player who's like and went to some small little college.
Yeah.
Got lucky enough to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Parents hit it twice.
By the way, there's a lot of people in this building today.
Yeah.
Well, our owner, the great Craig Karmazon of Good Karma Brand.
Karmazon.
Does he own us?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Is that not what I said?
You said Mazan, but yeah. It's Mazin. Karmazon.
This is what you're doing?
Yeah.
Really?
They go way back. Did you know?
I was just telling you, I know the guy's name.
You know that
Well, I do
Sedano
too.
told me that he sat next to, who was it that you sat next to with Steve and Craig at a football
Oh,
game?
yeah, I told her the story that I wanted to tell O'Shea this because I was with Craig and Steve at the Jacksonville Super Bowl.
Yes.
I was working for Fox Sports at the time with you,
God,
Christopher.
this is like 2000 what?
Four.
Okay, yeah.
4 in Jacksonville.
It's when my boy T.O. and the Eagles should have won.
Yeah. And then Donovan McNabb allegedly threw up in
Not
the huddle.
allegedly. We saw it on NFL films.
Allegedly.
Throwing up like Kaplan before the Mandy Awards.
Yeah. And then more like Mason after the Mandy Awards. So they invited me to sit with them.
Yeah.
And we were in a section, I don't know, it was like the 45-yard line or something like that. And I was at the end of a row, and literally on the same row next to us, there's like the stairwell down to the field or whatever.
Yeah.
On the other row next to us, it was Ice Cube and what ended up being Little O'Shea at the
Cube?
game. Yeah, when he was like a little kid in 2004. That's what I told Lindsay.
Wow, that's like Jabari, whatever, Jr.
Right. I have never told O'Shea that. I didn't remember that until yesterday. It came up in conversation. And I'm like, I should tell that to O'Shea next time I see him.
O'Shea, you hear that, dog?
I mean, he might be listening right now unless he's working somewhere. He might be working. He's a working actor,
Yeah. Yeah.
You can stream the show live on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com or on the YouTube app and search ESPN LA.
Yeah.
On a live imaging Tuesday, you can see all the fun and frivolity.
We're looking very good on camera, by the way. I just checked in.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, why are you monitoring
Do you need to
yourself?
lock it out?
Oh, no, that is what you need to know. Brought to you by Morongo
I'm not
Casino Resort
monitoring
and
it.
Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are.
I'm in the live chat.
Last week,
Yeah.
I'm known for literally showing a little extra chest hair. I like to, I'm a larger fellow, so I like to keep the shirts looser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Last week, I did only 2 buttons.
Right.
And everybody made a point of saying, you look a little too tight.
Right.
So
you loosened it up.
So I went my 3-button special.
Yeah.
Lindsay doesn't think it looks good, but
I
feel
did
more
not
natural.
say that.
It looks like you, though.
You said, am
there
I
we go.
showing too much chest hair? And I said, maybe for like the office, but when you get off of work, then you can unbutton it.
Oh,
That's what I said.
I actually think you should unbutton one more.
No, that's too much.
No, I think one more is the right button, and then you need to open it a little bit, and let's take a look what's going on inside of there.
God, you're a weirdo.
What?
But you're okay with the 3-button special?
What do you mean?
I feel like you would want Laura's boyfriend to do a 3-button special, like the way you've been. Like Laura's shaking her head, saying no, but I feel like you would go that route with him.
Yeah, I do believe you should have one more button undone.
I mean, it looks very you. Oh, look, a Morales side,
Right.
Christopher side
Wow.
at 504.
Wow.
Well, I just think that this is sort of my thing.
Yeah.
So do you think
Laura?
it looks okay?
Yeah, it looks great.
Would you like to weigh in on this?
Okay, so it's funny because my boyfriend's actually like really hairy, like really chest hairy, and he hates like people seeing that. So when you said capish, I'm like, no. Not only is he not allowed near my man,
Yeah.
Why don't you get your boo one of those like electric razory things so that he can shave his chest?
But why does he need to shave his chest?
If he wants to keep
no.
it hairy.
Well, no, but he obviously has
He
some
doesn't
sort
like
of
it.
he's
He
got
wants to
some
get
sort of
lasered.
insecurity about it.
Right.
Why
A
don't you just-
manscaper?
Yeah, get him some get him a little clipper thingy.
I'll never touch the chest. I do the back. I get the back waxed.
Okay.
Oh, get it lasered, bro.
Well, speaking of which,
It's got to hurt, no?
because of the
No.
weather, it's really dry, so I know it's going to hurt.
Oh.
And I'm due.
Yeah, but it's humid outside.
But should I try sugaring the back?
Yes,
Yes, you
What does
should.
that mean?
Sugaring
I've
is
been saying
way
this.
better.
Yes.
So
Yes.
explain the
What is
sugaring,
that?
ladies.
Hurts way less.
Okay, so what? Okay, there's a reason why I know this. So when I started doing sugaring after the whatever, it doesn't attach to your skin. It just attaches to the hair follicle. So when they peel, it does. Yes. So
It's like big chunks of sugar mixed in with this gooey stuff, and they roll it around like in a ball, and it tears your hair out.
and it doesn't. Like,
It's less
attach-
painful than
it's-
waxing?
Yes,
Yes,
a lot.
and it doesn't give you like the little bumps that some people get.
Yeah,
Cappy,
sometimes I
let's
get the
sugar
bumps.
you.
Other stuff.
Yeah, I'll sugar.
Chappie, why don't we sugar?
I'd sugar. I would sugar.
You should sugar.
We should go on a sugaring date.
I would do it.
I don't have a lot of hair.
We
so I
should
don't-
have
I'm
the
not that type of
sugarer
person to do
come
that.
in here.
Yeah, and do my back.
Yeah. Ew, no one wants to see that.
No, it's not like I got this ridiculously
I
hairy
mean, we
back.
literally had him do his nose in
I
front
know,
of
but
like
nobody wants to see the
dozens
back.
of people.
I don't want to.
If you're out there and you know a sugarer, I'm looking
do.
for a
Right.
sugaring person.
I'm looking for a sugar mama. I'm looking
Different
for a,
type.
Well, it could be a sugar papa, too.
Okay, I don't care. Sugar mama, sugar papa. Somebody come in here and sugar me down.
If you're out there and you want to come sugar to
I know
men's
someone.
backs,
Yeah.
You guys serious? I know somebody. She's
Really?
really
Oh,
good.
you got a sugar
I
person?
think we got to get
Abby's
a permit signed.
amazing.
But other than that, I think we could do this.
You say her name's Abby?
Abby's amazing. She used to do my sugaring.
There's
Sugar mama.
There's Tommy right there. We'll have to probably pull a
Tommy,
permit.
we're going to do some sugaring.
Yeah.
There's a whole
They can't hear
place
us out there because the
in
thing's not on.
Culver City, and it's called like Queen Bee, like waxing
Oh,
and
I've been to
sugaring.
Queen Bee.
Yeah,
Scott
Queen
McCarthy's
Bee's
in there.
legit.
Scott,
Yeah.
we're gonna
I've
have
been to
people.
Queen Bee.
Scott, we're gonna have people sugar Chris and Cappy's back.
People are coming in from Slay Queen.
Yeah. Yeah, they're basic. It's basically like waxing their back. It's basically like waxing their back live on the air.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I will do
you
it.
see-
They're hairy.
No, not that hairy.
He said he doesn't want to get involved in this.
Actually, it was Scott McCarthy last week that said that I
Uh-oh.
looked too tight with just 2 buttons.
Oh, there you go. So we went to third button
So
today.
we went third button today.
Okay, that's fair.
Interesting
Third
commentary.
button Tuesday.
Interesting commentary coming from
Third
Scott.
button Tuesday.
Yeah.
I like that.
There you go.
It is Live Imaging Tuesday right here on 710 ESPN. Watch on YouTube. You got something sportsy now? Hey,
Yeah, I do, actually. So, Cappy, everyone's like now on the Cowboys all of a sudden. And we saw yesterday there's a ton of Cowboy fans here. There were so many of them at Yaamava yesterday.
I got to say, like for me, I'm just the founder and the president of the Charger Hater Club. Right. And all I have are a few trolls coming after me on Twitter.
Right.
If you're Stephen A. Smith
and you go after the Cowboys
and you've got the platform that he has.
No, you're going after the big dogs.
And it's so brilliant to do that.
Oh, I wish I would have thought of that.
Right. And then to incorporate Michael Irvin into this whole thing.
Right.
So Stephen A. has done the right thing. He has gone after what I think is one of the bigger, more engaged fan bases in all of sports.
Correct.
So me,
it's like going after the Lakers.
Yeah, like for me, like dumbass, I chose the Chargers to beat up on.
Yeah.
You know, and I got 4 trolls killing me all the time.
That worked out for you, though.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
So as far as the Cowboys, now everybody's on them, right?
Right, but the Cowboys are going to get their ass kicked against the Niners.
Well, I'll say this.
Yeah.
Watching that game last night was one of the more painful things that I've ever really watched. The kicker from the Dallas Cowboys, this guy Maher, missed 4 PATs in the game. Didn't you think at some point, like, oh my God, he missed the first one? Okay, it happens. Okay. Oh my goodness, he missed the second one. All right. Oh my God, he just overcorrected and missed the third one.
Yeah. And then he did it again. I missed the fourth one. I was gambling, playing blackjack.
And I'll tell you right now, there was a part of me that was thinking, these 4 points
are going to come back to haunt them.
And Tom Brady will
when
have
Brady
magic.
scored the touchdown, I'm like, oh my God, if they get 3 2-point conversions, they're going to tie the game. Like I thought that, and then they missed, and I'm like, forget it, it's over.
But let me tell you something, George Sedano. It hurt badly to watch this young man miss 4 PATs in one game.
It did. Because you're a kicker.
Well, not just that.
I mean, you are.
But I have a very, very unique perspective on missing 4 kicks.
Did you miss 4 kicks in a game?
In one game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And luckily, my teammates blocked a punt and scored a touchdown, and we won the game and picked me up, and it never really mattered. But it blew my head apart as a young guy.
Yeah.
You know, and here's this kid, him missing 4 PATs. So, George, it was very painful to watch as this young man was like old school Dodger fans will think about Steve Sachs, who couldn't get the ball to first base.
Right.
You know? Old school
Chuck
Yankee,
Knobloch,
Yankee fans,
Yeah,
Chuck
yeah.
Knobloch. Old school like Cardinal fans.
What about golf fans? There's a bunch of them. Bernhard Langer, right?
Guys who just imploded and couldn't get it back together.
What's the guy, Jean Van de Velde? Remember that guy?
You mean the karate guy?
No, that's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh.
Jean Van de Velde was the French guy who, wasn't it the Masters that he blew
He
it?
just imploded, fell apart.
Yeah.
I thought it was the guy who was doing the karate,
the
splits on the chairs.
Yeah,
no, it's not Van de Velde.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Van Damme.
Yeah, not Jean Van de Velde.
Van de Velde.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to say this right now. It's today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
We've got a few days here before we get into the divisional round.
Everybody's pounding the Cowboys. The gamblers are pounding the
Not me.
Cowboys. Everybody's pounding. I'm telling you right now, the Niners are going to win this game.
So I think everybody's trying to wait for Brock Purdy to fall apart. Right?
I don't think he is.
Well,
Dude, they've been averaging over. In all 4 of Brock Purdy's starts, they're scoring over 37 points. The least amount of points they've scored is 37 since Brock Purdy's been the quarterback. He's better than Jimmy Garoppolo. He throws the ball down the field.
But you realize, though, that what people are thinking is he's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's the last pick in the draft.
Yeah, but here's the other
He's
thing.
the third-string quarterback.
Do you know what the Niners are going to do to the Cowboys? They're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are susceptible to the run. As great as Micah Parsons is, as we saw him yesterday, he batted a bunch of passes down or whatever, put pressure on Brady. If you run the ball, and they can do that with McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell, all of a sudden, the Cowboys are very vulnerable to that.
But also, Dak Prescott yesterday played the greatest game of his life.
He even ran the ball for a touchdown.
He really played great against a Tampa team that was outclassed.
Yeah, they're not good.
Dak Prescott, the likelihood of him playing and putting up the kinds of numbers against San Francisco that he did against Tampa, not likely.
They're the number 1 defense in the league, San Francisco.
Yeah, they're going to be all over.
And they're the 6th best offense. You know what your boyfriend Tom
26th.
25th.
Oh, I was so close. I just guessed.
You were close.
I guessed.
Did you guess or did you
Yeah,
know?
no, I didn't know.
No. Okay, there you have it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had to look up his stats earlier today.
Yeah.
The guy almost threw 70 passes last night.
Yeah. The record was 68. Ben Roethlisberger in a playoff game against the she's not listening. Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland alert.
Yeah. I did it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bingo.
All right, coming up next.
Yes.
Russell Westbrook, perhaps involved in some, I don't know if I should call it controversy, but maybe controversy. You ready?
I am.
All right, we'll talk about it next.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Kap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is no mistake. There's no mistake.
There's
Mistake. Duh. Mistake. Come on. Seriously? Duh.
Well, that's right here. It says mistake. Okay.
There's a mistake.
No! I'm an idiot. No, I cannot find something here. Double the son of.
I don't see it, no. There's a mistake on this page?
Yeah.
Oh, there's two thus.
There you are.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You beat Slee.
Yeah.
Mistake. No, I can't find a mistake.
Look at the words.
Can you?
Still don't see it?
Find the. Yeah, there's two thus.
Oh. You feeling it?
Oh, Body Manolo.
On this day in 1976, the #1 hit. Barry Manilow, I Write the Songs.
I write the songs, I write the songs.
You feeling it?
Oh.
Did you have this 45, this 8-track?
Dude, I had a lot of Barry Manilow albums.
You did?
Oh, yeah. Copacabana.
Now, did Charlie have those or were they yours? Charlie Kaplan, your father, of course.
The great Charlie Kaplan ran numbers in South Florida for the years.
I mean, a lot of people ran numbers in South Florida,
Yeah.
I'm just going to say.
But Charlie Kaplan definitely did.
Yeah.
And prior to that, a generation earlier, they were running booze. So there's a lot of...
Oh, well, it's National Bootleggers Day.
Yes. Yes, it is.
By the way, so we know Barry Manilow sang this song. He also sang another certain song.
Uh-huh.
Just another day.
Oh, yeah.
Happy people pass my way.
You know what song this is?
Yeah, I can't think of the name of the song, but I know the song.
It's coming. Here it comes. We're coming to the hook. On Sedano Kap. On a live
Mandy.
Energy Tuesday.
Yeah. Mandy. Come on. Oh, Mandy. You came, take without taking.
So we're only a few months away.
Oh, when's the date again?
We haven't said it.
Oh.
But it's June.
Yeah.
For Mandy's 2.
Electric Boogaloo?
Now, are you going to do that every time?
Yeah.
Because that's going to get annoying real quick.
That's fine.
Mandy's 2. But today there was Mandy's chatter on Travis and Sliwa.
There was?
Because, you know,
I heard it.
They are desperate for a Mandy's award.
Are they really? Just give them one.
No, that takes out the fun.
Just give them one.
We have award show integrity here.
Okay. Don't give them one then.
Slee actually asked if they could give an award away for the best 10-1 show.
I saw
like
Slee.
that.
Oh my God! So I have a question for you. I don't want to reveal who this was. I don't know if I should talk about.
We have a
this.
question for Tommy, though. He just walked in. Shouts out to you.
All right, go ahead. Ask Tommy this question.
So
He's right there.
Tommy, we want to have our backs sugared next week. Cappy and I.
Do you know what that is, Tommy?
It's like a form of waxing.
Yeah, it's just waxing.
Do we need to pull some sort of liability permit, or are we okay with that? If we have somebody who volunteers to come and wax our backs,
a professional,
Or is there
clearly.
like a health code thing that we're doing wrong here?
Well, we should have a release form.
Okay,
From
we'll
who?
get
It's me and Chris.
Listen, this is the kind of stuff that
He's
need.
in charge,
This
though.
isn't San Diego sports radio.
Yeah, this is not Hacksaw. Okay?
This isn't Rogue. Do whatever you want to do.
It's not the Cappy Cast.
Yeah,
It's not
seriously.
Double X Sports Radio.
I mean, come on. You just do whatever you want. Shoot first. Ask questions later.
No. Tommy's not that kind of guy.
Oh, no, he's tight
Tommy's
like that.
ask questions, then shoot.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, be buttoned up.
So I think we're going to work on this to get sugared next week together.
Tommy, you want to get sugared with me and Chris?
He doesn't have a lot of hair.
Yeah. On his head, he does, though. Great hair.
Beautiful hair.
Nice.
Oh. Yeah.
Boy, Tommy was a rock star yesterday, man.
Yeah.
Yamava.
He was controlling stuff.
He loved it.
Yeah.
He loved
We had a lot of
Yamava.
security yesterday. Yeah.
Well, we needed it.
Yeah, we did.
We did need it.
Not really, actually.
Meanwhile, we go back to our Mandy's conversation already in progress.
Oh, yeah. So, Slee, you mentioned Slee. So I was told yesterday, that Slee approached someone that we all know and love while they were at the urinal and just kind of tapped them and said hello.
Urinal tap?
Yeah. How do we feel about urinal tap on the shoulder?
No.
So I had a weird experience today here in the men's room.
Yeah. Sorry, Slee. I should have probably ran this by you earlier.
No, I did have a weird experience today. A gentleman walked into the men's room.
That you know?
That I know.
Yes.
Who works here amongst
While you
us.
were going or he was going?
I was already done,
Okay.
and I was washing my hands.
Yeah.
This gentleman walks in.
Yeah.
He goes to a stall.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
talk?
You
The
kind of
talk.
figure.
He's talking through the stall?
Well, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
He's not. I can see his feet.
Yeah.
So he's facing the toilet.
Right.
He's not turned around where he's sitting on it.
Right.
So he's just doing number one.
Right.
In privacy.
Yeah, he wants some privacy.
I like that sometimes.
And the noise is hitting the water.
Yeah.
And we're talking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if this is. I don't know that I should be doing this right now.
I mean,
We're
did he talk to you first or did you talk to him first?
It was a 50-50 kind
no,
of deal.
somebody had to start.
All right, then he started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you're fine.
Yeah, but I still felt a
Michael
little.
Thompson's a big stall talker.
He is. I've seen it at Crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like if
So
you,
maybe that's why Slee was used to this because Michael's a big talker in the bathroom.
Well, I
setting.
mean, when he's
And
going,
this other person probably is not.
when he's in the stall with the door,
Yeah.
he's still.
Oh no,
talking
I
to
know,
him.
I know.
Yeah.
well,
It
who's
makes
the
me
person?
uncomfortable.
Who's the person that tapped?
I'm
Slee?
not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Why?
Who did the Slee tap?
I'll tell you later.
Why? What is the big deal?
I'll just tell you later.
Can you
Go
guys
ahead.
explain to me what this is?
So if you're the urinal tap,
You're facing the wall.
you're facing
Well,
the wall.
I wouldn't
You're-
know what a
you're
urinal
standing.
tap is. We don't use urinals.
Right, I know.
We didn't
that's
know what
fair.
sugaring was.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So anyway,
Good
you're
point.
facing the wall. You're going number one
Go
in
ahead.
the urinal.
Okay, gotcha.
Right?
You're
so
a guy.
somebody taps you on the shoulder from behind. You have to kind of like look back, and you can't look back too far because you don't want the stream to go the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you want to touch someone when they're peeing?
That's the point.
That's
So-
why the urinal tap is no go.
Nasty.
Right. So
That's
this
weird.
person. I mean, do you want me just to be honest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Trudell.
Trudell did a urinal tap today.
No, Sliwa did the urinal tap to Trudell.
Oh, Sliwa
Oh,
tapped
Slee.
Trudell.
Slee,
Yeah.
of course
Sliwa
Slee did.
tapped Trudell.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Not
man.
Trudell tapping Sliwa.
No.
And
That
are they
changes
even
things.
close enough to be doing?
I
the
mean,
tap?
I'm sure they're close enough, but
That's nasty.
But Trudell he didn't say it in like a strange way. He's just kind of like in a laughing kind of way. It wasn't
I
it
feel
wasn't like mean spirited.
I feel I could do it to you guys. Like we're close
Yeah,
enough to
right.
where like, hey, bro, what's going on? I
But he
wouldn't,
did. He
but-
did. He said, "Hey, I got something for the show for you." Sliwa gave me a little tap on the shoulder while I was at the urinal,
A urinal tap from
and I
Slee.
said, "Oh, bro, hashtag bathroom etiquette."
Yeah.
Even
By
if
the
you're
way-
best friends and you're super close, why would you want someone to touch you while you're peeing?
No, actually, you definitely don't want that.
By the way, look at Sedano with the cheese man. I mean, it didn't even take that long to break him.
Yeah.
He was just
Right.
Well, only because
spilling it
I
all
told
over.
him I would talk about it on the air. So
But you didn't tell
not-
Slee.
I didn't tell Slee. I
Yeah.
did see him earlier. I forgot.
Did Trudell tell you that this was
We were
off
too
the
busy
record?
concocting the JB Long story. Right,
Yeah.
Cappy?
Wait, hold on. Wait a second.
We should call him.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. When you say concocting the
Yeah,
JB
JB
Long
Long's
story-
really not. I mean, he may be mad at you, but we don't know that to be.
Oh, that was all a setup?
Yeah.
It's a light sports day.
Yeah.
Do the call though. Do a JB call real quick.
Touchdown, LA!
Yeah. He may be mad at you.
I love JB Long.
Yeah.
I profess my
But-
love to JB Long on these airwaves.
We got Bronny in Chris's office, and we just tell him, "Hey, why don't you want to freak Cap out? Just tell him JB Long's pissed off at him."
Oh my God! And then I should have known when I said to him, I go, "Hey, if I will call him,
Yeah.
and I will apologize because that's how much I love this man
Yeah.
and respect this man." And he goes, "Nah, maybe that's taking it a little too far." Like, because now I could just imagine I'm calling JB. I'm, "Hey, I ran into Bronny. He told me that you're pissed. What's up?" I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Speaking of pissed, apparently Russell Westbrook may or may not have been pissed. Do we have the report yesterday from NBA TV, Jared Greenberg? So the Lakers game was also on NBA TV yesterday. And Jared Greenberg had this report because he was standing probably right next to the Lakers huddle. And Russ went up to Phil Handy in front of LeBron and was basically kind of telling the coaching staff they need to do better.
Do better, coach.
All right, so let's hear Jared Greenberg of NBA TV and Turner Sports.
It was an interesting scene as the Lakers headed to the locker room at the end of the first half with the lead. Everybody pretty optimistic, happy with things, and then it was Russell Westbrook telling his coaches that they have to be better, repeatedly directing towards the Lakers coaching staff. Y'all got to be better than that. Phil Handy, as you just saw there on camera, and LeBron calming Russ down, saying, we all have to be better, Russ. That was Phil Handy's words to Russ. And Russ right now is warming up in the tunnel as he does in his sixth-man role, which is why he's not on the Laker bench right now. Nothing out of the ordinary there. But interesting, Brendan, you hear a lot of chatter, and obviously in the heat of the moment, but just with this team where Darvin Ham is demanding that this team say enough is enough with all the losing and how they've lost games, that one player would signal out the coaching staff for making mistakes.
Damn. Do better, coach. Y'all got to do better. And the reason I'm bringing it up right now is because everybody's busting my chops about what happened the night before when I had the ball. But the reality is you guys should have called a timeout. Do better, coach.
Yeah. Well, he probably also shouldn't have fumbled the ball.
Do better, Russ.
Yeah.
Dribble better.
I mean, I'm not saying that he's wrong. The coaching staff is young, but I like Phil Handy's approach of just like, we all have to do better. That includes you too.
I'm probably...
Because, by the way, how many times has Russ blown an assignment this year or a situation at the end of a game where you're like, bro, really?
It's 4 times, actually. That's the official number.
I mean, there might be.
From Stats Inc.,
yeah.
I think, is the official number.
Stats Inc.?
4.
Elias?
4. Yeah, I think it's 4. Yeah.
You want me to check with ESPN Stats
Please,
and Info on the
if you
Slack?
could. Yeah. Let me know. Let me know if it's 4, if I'm right or not. Yeah. Do better, coach. Phil Handy.
Yeah.
Now, when I hear Phil Handy.
You think of Phil Hartman.
Or like, was it Phil Hartman? Was Phil Hartman the guy?
Yeah.
He did Jack Handy.
Jack Handy.
Was that Phil Hartman?
Yeah.
It wasn't like Al.
Oh, no, it might have been
Al,
the guy who was the Minnesota senator.
Al, you're smart enough.
Yeah.
You're good enough.
Yeah.
And doggone it, people like you. Stuart Smiley.
Stuart Smiley was the character.
Al Franken.
Al Franken was the person. Yes.
Yes, I am clear-minded, and I feel good, and I'm thinking clearly.
Right.
It's good.
Yeah. But yeah, Russ has a point, but Phil Handy also has a point. Yeah, bro, you know what? You need to be better too.
Yeah. How about you as the player not tell me amongst everybody right here, right now, where we can be seen and heard on camera, we got to do better. Like, how about come talk to me and go, hey, look, I just want to suggest maybe something that you guys could do to help us a little bit?
Yeah.
Do better. Do better, coach. You know, the reason that we're currently under 500, it's not me, it's not LeBron, it's not Anthony Davis's injuries.
You guys.
It's you guys. You guys suck.
I don't think he actually said that part.
Oh, okay. I got into character and I took it a little step. Just one.
Yeah.
Do better, coach.
I feel like we all need to do better in life. That's
yeah,
maybe that's
I'm with
what he's
Russ.
saying.
We all need to do better. I'm with Phil Handy, actually. We all need to do better. Because Russ was literally saying they just need to do better.
Mm-hmm.
And Phil Handy was more like we all need to do better.
If I do better, Russ, how does that, like, you want me to shoot the ball too? Do you want me to dunk it?
Pass it?
Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to do here that I could do better for you?
You know what would have been better if he actually passed it to Schroeder and then passed it to LeBron?
Right.
That would have been better in that play.
Yeah, do better.
Yeah.
You do better, bro.
Yeah. That's your boy.
It is my boy. I am probably the biggest Brody fan in all of Los Angeles outside of Brody's Familia.
Yeah.
I have been on the Brody bandwagon all season long.
Which is weird because you were not on the Brody bandwagon at all last year.
But when I see a guy go from being temperamental and impossible to deal with and what I perceive to be a bad locker room guy turn into a team player, an accept your role, a good teammate, I'm a fan.
Okay, fair enough. Coming up next, Radio Tinder, the award-winning, speaking of the Mandy's earlier.
Well, that's.
Do you think it'll repeat?
Well, I'm going to tell you something.
Well, if Astley doesn't win, I think they're literally going to throw a conniption.
Well, it's not going to win.
Yeah.
Right now, the leader in the clubhouse is What's Up, Foo? And
wait, but is that going to be? That's not even going to be nominated over Game of Games. Is it?
Yeah,
well, I'll tell you right now.
Games.
Somebody should tell Steve Mason it's not What's Up, Fool.
Yeah.
It's What's Up, Foo?
Yeah. Or What Up,
But
Foo?
they change the name of that segment every 3 months. So
it used to be Bobcat.
By the time it's the Mandy's, it won't be What's Up, Foo.
I do think today's January 17th.
Yeah.
We need to come up with another new, innovative bit on this show to yet again dominate things in these categories.
We could call it Sedano and Trudell.
What do you mean?
Oh, man.
What are you talking about?
We could make it more innovative that way.
Is that a more innovative
I'm
thing?
just saying if we want to change things up.
No, I want to come up. No.
Kaplan in the PM can come back.
Cap, are you insinuating that Radio Tinder will not repeat? Because it will. It will.
Oh.
That was what I felt, and that's why I took that monster shot at you
Thank
just
you.
now.
Thank you for having my back, Chris.
Oh.
Why do you not think Radio Tinder will repeat?
I feel like we need to be fresh.
It is fresh. It's fresh every day.
Funky fresh.
I'm fresh.
You are
fresh. To death.
Sedano, True Tell, Afternoon Drive in L.A. Followed by the return of the Scott Kaplan Show at night.
Good thing I still got all those T-shirts. All right, hey, let me tell you guys, we will be celebrating another successful Mandy's come this summer. And when we do, we will all enjoy the icy cold refreshment of Coors Light. When I say icy cold,
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Kap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
Live Imaging Tuesday on Sedano and Kap. Radio Tinder time, we like to play a TV theme. We lost her literally at the end of 2021. Happy birthday to the great Betty White, of course, one of the stars of the Golden Girls.
Yeah. Love the Golden Girls. Still great television when you watch it.
I watched a couple episodes a few weeks back.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It is good. It's good TV.
It is good TV, especially when you do it with the company of another person.
Oh, there you go.
You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor, Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Oh, look how I hit that post.
Wow, good for you.
Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. By the way, when you meant that you watched Golden Girls in the company of another person.
Well, it was that other person's idea, not mine.
Oh, okay. I thought
watch Golden Girls
on Nick at Night or something?
No, she had it streaming.
Oh.
We're available. I think it's on Hulu or something.
Yeah.
I thought you meant it in a different way. But anyway. All right. So anyway, guys. In a that's the wrong one. I started to say the one I did last time. My bad. Or as Kevin would say, my B. So the Manning cast joined the rest of the football world, including all of us who saw it live at Yaamava, in not being able to process when Cowboys kicker Brett Maher missed 4 straight extra points. After missing 3 extra points in the first half, he shanked yet another one in the third quarter. Well, Peyton Manning and his younger brother Eli commented on the kicker's meltdown as it happened, and here is what it sounded like.
What is going? He can't believe it. Talk about a buzzkill. No one's ever missed three extra points in a row. That's got to be a record.
At halftime of a playoff game.
Got to be a record.
Do you think that Dallas should cut their kicker after last night's awful performance? Swipe left or swipe right, Sedano?
No. I mean, he's been really good for them this year. You just have to hope. Like, somebody asked me today, should they bring him in like other kickers to, like, work out? I'm like, that's just going to screw with his head even more. Like, I just think you got to ride with him. If he screws up again, then you got to cut him and try to find somebody else.
Yeah. If this were game 4 of the regular season, you might be working out other guys.
Yeah.
But this is the time where you come together as a team and you put your arms around a guy and you say, hey, you're our guy. You know, and Dak Prescott was caught, you know, after seeing him miss the extra point, screaming. And they asked Dak about it after the game. And he's like, hey, look, I played bad last week. And I told him the same thing, like, just come back next week. If you're a team and you think you're a Super Bowl team, you need little moments like these. And you put your arm around the guy. You tell him you love him. You tell him you get it next week. Because the guy's been clutch all year. I think he missed one PAT the entire season. Love that guy. Love. It's what make kickers kickers.
I think he missed his last
amazing.
5. That's what they said. Like his last 5 kids.
That was so good, though, Caffey.
Yeah, it was good.
That was a Mandy's award-winning performance right there.
All right, what's next, Lindsay? Oh,
right.
well, yeah, go ahead. I already answered the question, so go.
So Marie Osmond, I feel like it was just her birthday on one of these rejoins recently.
No, it was the anniversary of the Donnie and Marie
There we go.
Variety Hour.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
How she became famous. Well, she's famous. She's made a lot of money in her lifetime, and she says that she's not going to leave an inheritance to her children. She's worth a reported $20 million, but her 8 children, yes, she has 8, they're not going to see any of it because Osmond said that it breeds laziness and entitlement. She said, quote, honestly, why would you enable your child to try to not be something? I don't know anybody who becomes anything if they're just handed money. So if you had $20 million to leave to your kids, would you? Swipe left or swipe right, Cappy?
Well, they'd take it from Cappy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
they already take it as it is.
I wouldn't be like, they wouldn't say, Dad, are you leaving me anything? They'd be like, yo, that's mine.
Hey, King.
Yeah, hey, King, give me that money.
Go ahead.
I would say this. My answer is yes, I would. And look, I hear what Marie Osmond is saying, that if your kids their whole life are thinking, well, when mom dies, we're all rich. I know a guy, I've got a buddy of mine, he's got 3 kids, and this guy's really super rich, and he has the exact same thing. I swear I'll never leave these kids money. I'm donating every penny. I got them through undergrad. I got them through grad school. They're all successful people. I'm not leaving my kids anything. I'm giving it all to charity. And I'm like, I don't believe that. I just don't believe it. If I had $20 million, I'd be leaving it to my kids.
I would also leave it to my kids. I don't think there's any question about that. I think what you need to do is, this is what I would tell Marie Osmond, teach your kids about how to be responsible handling finances, right?
Easy to say when you don't have 8 kids. She got 8 kids.
Well, that's her problem.
She made a lot of money on those Nutrisystem spots, though.
Right, but it's also called parenting. Like
hard to parent
the
8
parenting
kids.
doesn't stop at 18 when they're out of your house or whatever. Like,
No, the parenting is forever.
yeah, like you got to
It's
keep
hard.
parenting.
I mean,
like you teach your
seriously.
kids about money.
I know, but you got 2 kids,
Chris
right?
laughed at me the other day because I tell my kids, I'm like, we don't leave food on the plate, dude. Like, you better finish that. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
And because there are people in other places that don't have the food that you have. And Chris, like, do you really do that to your kids? I'm like, absolutely.
Now you're turning your kids into chronic overeaters. Look at you.
Not overeaters,
Horrible.
but we only feed them what we know they can eat.
Oh.
But so when they leave stuff, I'm like, nah, bro, we know you can eat that. We portion this thing out for you.
Not me. I go, no, bro, hand that over here. Let me have
Yeah,
that
you
chicken
wanna
nugget.
eat it,
Yeah,
right.
let me have that chicken finger.
Yeah.
Do you tell them they can't have their pudding?
They can't have dessert.
Right. So
Right.
if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding.
You are tough.
How can you have
I
any
am tough.
pudding?
I got what you were doing.
Let me tell you have no idea what my old man was like.
You should go whip Marie Osmond's kids into shape.
I would. I should
Yeah.
do a show like that.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
way, you know you did the Jane Fonda example earlier?
Yeah.
Marie Osmond?
Yeah, hot.
But here's the thing. I just saw one of her new Nutrisystem.
I think you said nude Nutrisystem.
Nude
I was like, whoa.
Nutrisystems. What?
She did a lot of work to the face, which was
Oh, yeah.
not necessary at all.
No?
But-
You like
so
her?
it doesn't really look like the same person anymore.
Really?
She kind of looks like she's wearing a mask.
Yeah, I mean, that's her prerogative. That's what she wants to do. But it was great.
Yeah, just teach your kids about money. How about that? Like, to be responsible with it. So, all right, next.
And eat your meat. It's been awfully
That too.
quiet over at the McDonald's Twitter account. The fast food giant hasn't tweeted since November 17th, which is shortly after Elon Musk took over. Well, they're not the only ones. Coca-Cola, Starbucks, Sonic Drive-In, General Mills, and Dairy Queen are among the other big companies that have gone quiet in 2023. And while Twitter is getting the silent treatment, all these companies have been active on Facebook and Instagram. Is this the end of Twitter for big brands? Swipe left or swipe right? Sedano?
So I don't know if I'm going to swipe right on this, but what I would say is when we were at the college football seminar at ESPN, our social media people, they weren't telling us not to use Twitter. That's not what they said. But they said there's way more engagement because there's bigger numbers of people to be had on Instagram and Facebook. And they even referenced TikTok has already surpassed Twitter as far as users and engagement and things like that. So I think it has probably less to do with that. I mean, maybe it does have to do with Elon. I don't know. I mean, whatever. I think he's annoying. But I think it has more to do with people just understanding what their social media strategies should be.
But wait a second. Are you suggesting that McDonald's and all these other brands have combined to say, hey, we're all staying off Twitter?
Colluding. Yeah.
I don't know if they're necessarily deciding to do it together, but I don't think it's a coincidence that all of them stopped tweeting when Elon Musk took over.
I'll tell you this, Lindsay. I mean, I've seen the numbers, basically. So, like, Twitter has about 350 million users, okay? Whereas, like, Facebook has billions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and TikTok and Instagram have over 1 billion now. Like, it's just, there's a lot more fish to catch in those places.
Yeah, I don't know why we, particularly sports fans and
I
sports
say that as
media,
someone who thinks, again, Elon is annoying.
Yeah, but I don't know why we all are so Twitter-centric rather than...
Well, it's because it's it's basically, like, quick updated news. Like, people go there for arguments and news. That's why. But if you're McDonald's or Dairy Queen, why are you spending time on Twitter? Like, nobody goes to Twitter to see pictures, maybe some videos occasionally, but Instagram and Facebook, people are loving, and TikTok especially, that's where all those people live.
Yeah.
What's your TikTok strategy for Sided?
You know, I don't have a TikTok strategy for anything. I got no TikTok at all. I mean, I've got one.
I've got one too,
but I don't use it.
Yeah, I don't use it
And
either.
I feel like I'm like an old dog who can't learn new tricks, that I'm not using TikTok when I should be. I feel like TikTok is an uncharted territory for somebody like me, and I haven't used it at all. It's kind of annoying. By the way, while Twitter is going through all of its Elon, whatever's happening there, dude, is anybody following what's happening with Tesla? Just as a side note?
Yeah, it's not good.
I mean, the stock price has tanked compared to where it was, and every other manufacturer is now coming out with electric vehicles. So what was such great innovation a couple of years ago is all of a sudden becoming, like what every other car dealer
Listen,
has.
it's why your boy got a Mustang Mach-E a couple
Our
years
friend
ago.
Andrew Siciliano just got one too.
I know.
The
he
copy
told me.
Siciliano.
Is it the same
Wait,
color?
Siciliano copied Sedano?
Yeah.
And
it
got
the same
himself
color?
a Mustang?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's. I haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
you
but-
can go to my friends at Fullerton Ford and get one yourself.
Yes,
Really?
our new partners, Fullerton Ford. Abe over there. the
My guy
owner.
Abe. Oh, dude.
Honest Abe.
No, Honest Abe. Not only Honest Abe, inspirational Abe.
Inspirational.
Dude, you hear that guy's story? I'm not even joking. Okay?
These are all the military guys that do the
yeah,
discounts for the military
so
guys?
veteran-owned place.
Yeah.
Okay, incredible stuff. This guy, like, I got a chance to meet him, and he told me a story. He was smart kid, kept screwing up in school. Literally, a counselor told him, hey, you know what? You might as well drop out and get your GED because you're never going to make up all these credits. He went to day school, night school, day school and night school at summer school, graduated on time, and told the counselor, just remember this. Like, you told me to give up, and I didn't give up.
Yeah.
And that's just one of, like, the many stories. I fell in love with this dude. Tom Brady's your man crush?
Not you.
Abe from Fullerton Ford,
Abe.
my man crush
Fullerton.
now. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right there on Commonwealth, very
Yeah.
close to the DTF over there.
But they always take care of all the veterans at that place.
They do.
I
Veteran
like
owned.
that.
Hoorah!
Yeah. Nice
All right,
job.
Linz, go ahead.
So
That's
good
it
hoorah.
for Radio Tinder.
Yeah. All right.
Woo!
That is it for Radio Tinder. Brought to you by our friends at Tequila Mandala.
Tequila Mandala.
Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Award-winning small batch premium sippy tequila made from the finest mature agaves. Available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com. Up your game and demand the extraordinary at Tequila Mandala. Cappy, coming up next, you and I
Yeah.
are going to attack two things.
Okay.
And they involve two teams that are near and dear to your heart.
Oh, really?
In different sports.
Okay.
We'll do that in 2 minutes.
All right. Hey, let's talk about SoCal's premier resort and casino giving their members a worry-free new year by paying their bills. This is Yaamava Casino, where we were yesterday. You can visit them online at Yaamava.com. Earn entries all month long, and you can have your rent or your mortgage, your car or your phone payments paid for an entire year. This happens on Tuesdays and Wednesdays in January at Yaamava. What's today? It's Tuesday. This is going down.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Kap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
Live Imaging Tuesday. Sedano Kap, quarter in front of 6 p.m. on this day. In 1992, the movie Juice, starring Tupac and Samuel L. Jackson, premiered in theaters.
Good movie, man. Omar Epps was in that movie. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson, that's right, was also in that movie. Queen Latifah was in that
That's
movie.
right.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Cappy, during all this, were you taking West Side or East Side?
Latifah, 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 Latifah.
That's not an answer.
Oh. Were you West Side or East Side?
Careful.
Yeah, be careful. Some of the roots are still out there.
Yeah, I got to be careful because I was this close today to wearing my black Air Force Ones.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, by the way, I always feel like the West Side sound was always cooler.
It was, but the East Side sound was more ingrained because of the roots and airplay back then.
Right.
And
Yeah, because everything was based out of New York.
And
for the most
Source
part.
was the first one out of. Was it Source was the first one, or Source was Quincy Jones? I always get him confused. Vibe was Quincy Jones.
Vibe was Quincy Jones.
Yeah, Source was the first one.
I have no idea what
we're talking about.
Did you ever? Have you ever seen or read a
Happy's lost.
issue of Vibe or Source?
Oh, the eyes exploded a little early. The left eye.
I had a
Cappy
subscription.
Left Eye Lopez over there.
I'll have you know, Laura, I had a subscription to Ebony.
And Ivory?
No, just Ebony.
Together in perfect
Just Ebony.
harmony.
I think Keyshawn, they did a thing on him in Ebony.
Oh, really?
Wasn't that a bit he told us about once?
He did.
Yeah, had a subscription.
Where's Key right now? Is he in L.A.?
I saw him. So I was walking in this morning, and he was driving out, and we chatted.
Oh.
For a bit. Yeah, he's in L.A.
Nice.
Hey, I think I saw him early this morning doing First Take.
Well, he does First Take on
Tuesdays. Yeah, he does. That's
Yeah,
true.
I didn't keep up with
I
the
didn't watch
schedule.
First Take
Yeah.
today.
Didn't keep up. Didn't know.
I had.
Well, he is our
busy
morning man. Of
morning.
course, you can hear tomorrow morning. Keyshawn in the morning. Gets it rolling 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. each
Yeah.
weekday.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. When are we getting USC, by the way?
Probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow would be my guess. Probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are you making that happen?
Could be.
Dun, 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 dun. I can't wait
for
that.
If we ever do get it. It would be fun. You imagine Saturday tailgates.
Dude,
you
it'd
could
be great.
tailgate there.
And producer Laura and corporate Greg just have to deal with the USC fight song every hour on the top of the hour.
What do you mean no?
LA's football team.
I cut it.
No, you can't cut it. Not once we're partners.
Mm-mm.
Then I just won't speak about anything.
That could happen by tomorrow. Literally, by tomorrow.
No, be careful.
No,
we're
it's
joking
not.
around
Stop.
because
We're
somebody's
just
going to run
wrong.
this and then we're going to.
It's not right?
Wrong. That's not true. We're just joking.
We
It would
are?
be nice, though. We
love
kind of
to.
should
No,
have
not
never
really.
let him leave. Whose fault was that? Is that yours, Christopher?
It was not mine.
Okay.
Is it Keyshawn's fault?
No.
Just looking for people
Keyshawn's
to
like
blame.
on the board now. It's
Of
like
what?
a big shot.
Of USC?
Yeah.
Oh, then he should do the deal.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Come on, Key. Do something.
Do better. Like the coaching staff of the Lakers.
What are you, Russ?
Do better.
Yeah.
Come on, Key. Need you.
Now you love that saying.
Oh, I love it.
You used to hate it.
Hated it.
Yeah.
But you want to know why I love do better now?
Why? Because you use it?
Well, because I'm a real one.
You're such a dummy.
No.
OGFR, he's a real one.
On God.
Yeah.
That's
Wrong.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. On God for real.
Yeah.
No, not really.
All right. No, not really. I think, I believe
Yeah.
that Darvin Ham,
Right. When he was asked by Mike Trudell about calling the timeout the other day.
he said, Coach, did you consider calling a timeout?
By the way, I love that Mike Trudell asks those. And Mike Trudell, and he deserves it because that's an honor to get the first questions. You know that, right?
Yeah, but doesn't he get the first questions because he works for the Lakers and that's the way it goes?
But not because Jim Hill will get the first questions sometimes too.
Oh, all right. I
Because
just
you know,
thought-
emeritus. You know what I mean?
I
But
just thought that's the way it worked.
But Trudell, he gets the first questions.
Okay. Coach, did you consider calling a timeout when Russ has the ball, when you're bringing the ball up the floor? And Coach says, no, not really. I believe that Darvin Ham is a daily, avid 710 listener. Drives into the games, wants to know what we're talking about.
Do you know that Darvin Ham, one of the few people that, by the way, which is not wrong, it is right. He calls me Jorge.
Jorge.
See?
Oh, muy bien.
See? But I Coach Ham, I'm like, you can call me Jorge.
Do you call him Coach Hamon?
I don't, but that would be funny.
That would be a
actually.
funny thing to do.
I actually should bring that
Right?
up next time. Can
Right?
I call you Coach Hamon? And
Right.
he'll be like, what? I'll be like, ham in Spanish.
Yeah, in
And
Espanol.
he'll be like,
oh, very good. Very witty. Very
What
good.
would you do if Brody called you Jorge?
Brody would be cool too.
If Brody called him Jorge,
Then
and
I
he-
could call him Brody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I believe that Coach Darvin Ham is an avid daily 710 listener.
Right.
And I believe that Coach Ham was setting us up.
Right.
Coach has driven in and heard Sean McVay be dropped on this radio station 5 billion times. No, not really.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Yeah.
So the other day when Trudell says to Coach.
not really.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
When Trudell says to Coach Ham, did you consider calling a timeout? And Coach Ham says,
No, not really.
that there's no
That's
doubt
it.
in my mind.
You're saying it's stuck in his head.
100%.
Branding.
Right.
Yeah.
And Coach is thinking to himself, will they hear this? Will they cut this? Will they give me my due next to Sean McVay?
Yeah. He can be ours. No, not really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now there's dueling no, not reallys.
Right.
There's the McVay.
Yeah.
No, not really.
No, not really.
And then there's the Darvin Ham.
No, not really.
No, not really. They're different, but they're the same.
No, not really.
Imagine if next season we get Lincoln Riley to do it.
No, not really.
Coach, do you think you guys got a legitimate shot at winning the national title this
Can
year?
we get Lincoln Riley on the show, by the way?
No,
what the hell's
not
up
really.
with that? No? Okay,
No,
sorry,
not
Sean.
really.
Yeah.
Yes, really.
Yeah. Can we get Sean on the show, too? We haven't had
No,
Sean in
not
like,
really.
okay, like a year.
We're waiting for him to see who has a better fit for his schedule, our show or Mason. And
I mean,
Ireland.
just tell the artist, hey, we haven't had him on in like a year.
I'll be like, artist, Jorge really wants to have him on.
Yeah, you know what? I'll call artist.
All right, take care of it, will you? Handle this, will you, please?
I'll be like, artist, please.
But see, it starts at camp, and you didn't see him at camp this year.
I feel like Mason
We
and
didn't go to camp.
Ireland made some kind of threat.
We didn't go to camp. We were not the show that went to camp. Mason and Ireland did.
Well, they changed their schedule.
Right.
So they weren't practicing in
Correct.
the afternoon.
We went to the thing where you were in the naked in the bathtub. What was that thing? The
Yeah, but
mansion?
maybe that's when maybe you guys come down to camp on your own.
I would love to.
God forbid.
I would love to.
I would.
And shake Coach's hand, look him in the eye, and
I
say,
would.
Coach.
I would love
Coach
to.
loves me.
He does love you.
Coach brings it in every time I see him.
No, not really.
No, he does. Ask Christopher.
He does.
Hmm.
He does.
Not really.
In the
No, not
meantime,
really.
I think Darvin Ham.
He loved our old friend LZ too, by the way.
He
I don't
did?
know how he felt about you that
You
much.
don't know?
LZ, he remember the embrace?
He loved LZ
Loved
too.
LZ.
Really?
Yeah, he did love LZ.
Probably liked his dreads. Thought they were cool.
Maybe he just liked how he covered the team.
Yeah.
Really?
You know.
Yeah. In the meantime, that day that the Rams had that like $10 million mansion in Beverly Hills, and they rented it out for a month, and they were throwing corporate parties.
Right, we were there.
We were doing, and I remember walking away that day going, "Wow, man, these guys." I mean, these guys came from St. Louis, and they were sweetheart Midwesterners who were like, "Wow."
Not McVay.
No, but like the organization, they were like, "Wow, we're in Hollywood. Look, there's the sign." And then they went Hollywood. And, then they went 5-12.
Yeah.
So I just want Coach McVay to get this team back to who they were before they won the Super Bowl, when they were still really, really hungry.
Speaking of teams that are really hungry,
Yeah.
your gutty little Padres.
Uh-huh.
They're out there talking about paying Shohei Ohtani $500 million and trying to not let the Dodgers get him next year.
That's smart. I'll hook him up with doo-doo. I think that's pretty smart.
I mean, yeah. But see, a couple years ago, when you were still a closeted Padres fan.
Well, you guys, listen, again, I love this whole thing. Everybody wants me to be hardcore. I wish I was,
But when you were closeted still, 2 years ago, okay? Almost 2 years ago, I said, dude, the Padres, they got this crazy owner now, and I said that, I mean that in a nice way. They're going to spend a lot of money. They want to compete against the Dodgers. And you were like, eh. But now that you're a full Padre, tú eres un compadre of the Padres. We saw you behind home plate.
That's right.
You
Hey
know?
King. I'm wearing the Hey King
Yeah,
t-shirt.
exactly. So, now you're all in on them spending.
Well, I mean, I don't care. It's not my money.
Right, but it's also not your picks, and you don't care. You're always hoarding the Lakers' picks.
I don't care about
I
those
don't remember the
picks.
story. Do the Padres hate you like the Chargers hate you?
No.
No. It's not quite like that. It's
But
not
they
like that.
definitely didn't always love you.
No. What happened was, though,
When
is,
you were the mouth of the South, and I mean South LA.
Yeah.
but what the
Not
thing,
Jimmy Hart.
right? But the thing
Or Paul
is,
Feidmal.
so bad for so long. They were so bad for so long.
They were so bad for so long.
So no belief in them. And then this year, when they beat the Dodgers, I was like, and I remember Rachel was so mad at me. She's like, you're standing out there in the front row wearing your Hey King t-shirt. You got no Padre hat. You got nothing that says San Diego. Why are you not giving these guys the love?
Wow.
And I was like, I don't know, because
Scott.
I don't even know what to say.
So she
that.
gave me her she gave me her hat and told me, get out there.
Yeah.
So
Be
that's
a
what I
man.
did. Be a man.
Be a man, Scott.
Be a man. Right.
We have a right eye explosion, by the way, now.
Really now?
Yeah,
Turn
double
the
eye.
freaking lights off.
6 minutes in front of 6 p.m.
Turn the lights off.
The red eyes are coming in.
Turn the lights off.
I feel so good that this man's driving me home tonight.
Yeah. So, by the way, I would do the same thing.
Right, Lindsay, you saw the story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to spend money. They're talking about Shohei.
I would do it too. If I were any other team, I don't care if it's the Yankees, if it's the Giants, it could be the Angels.
Everybody should go after Shohei, is what you're saying.
Everybody should say that they are going after him, whether they are or they aren't.
Right.
Force whoever, Dodgers, Yankees, Padres, whoever,
pay up.
Force them to keep going higher.
Yeah.
Sandbag these guys. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Force them to pay more.
What do you think it is that makes the eyes go off like that?
I don't know. Whatever substances he's taking before the show.
These lights right here
What
are
about when
so
we were
annoying.
when we were on the remote in Downey at Bastard's Canteen? That eye started popping.
It's true. It did. There was
and
no
we were
light.
in the dark.
There's no
They only had
TV
to bring
lights there.
Flashlights for us.
That's
to
right.
see.
Literally,
You're
the
flashing
broadcast
lights in
went
my
down.
eyes. You're
What are you
flashing
talking
lights in my eyes. What's wrong with you two guys?
I mean, jeez.
So what was the other team, though? You said the Padres.
Right, the Chargers.
What about the Chargers?
They I feel like them firing their linebackers coach and their offensive coordinator. I believe it was their linebackers coach.
A quarterback coach.
Oh, quarterback's coach. Yeah. I believe the fact that that's happened and they didn't let go of the head coach means that you were right. They're not going to hire Sean Payton.
They're not hiring Sean Payton.
And the players have defended him.
Look, if you go back into just a little bit of history, okay, What the Chargers did is they had a guy named Mike McCoy as their head football coach. By the way, he was the offensive coordinator of the Jacksonville Jaguars this past weekend. Right. McCoy fired his offensive coordinator, who back then was Frank Reich.
Yeah.
The next year, McCoy got fired.
Yeah.
Then they had Anthony Lynn, and Anthony Lynn fired his offensive coordinator, Ken Wisenhunt.
Yeah, I remember.
And then the next year, he was fired.
So you're saying Brandon Staley next year?
Toast.
So if you're Sean Payton, if you really want the Chargers job, just sit out one more year.
You don't.
Yeah.
The Chargers are not getting Sean Payton for a variety of reasons.
Why?
Here's why. Number one, buying out a current coach and coaching staff means they're going to be paying
Right,
a whole
but you
bunch
just
of guys.
said they're going to fire him next year.
Right, but they're not going to hire Sean Payton because A, they're not going to pay somebody $12 or $14 million
Maybe
to be their
more.
coach, and B, they're not going to give up picks to get him to New Orleans.
Yeah, but here I heard Sean Payton on Fox Sports yesterday or 2 days ago say that he's already talked to Mickey Loomis and he believes the compensation will be like a mid-round pick.
I thought he said mid-first, but
mid-round.
Well, look, he's
That's what I
already
heard.
he's interviewed for the Houston job. He's been rumored to be around the Arizona job.
Yeah, but why would you want the Texans job?
Because you can rebuild and start
No,
over.
bro.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
That's a terrible job. First of all,
He's
they got
not-
a terrible general manager who should have been fired too. He's gutless.
But
He is gutless, and he's got a terrible ownership group.
But you know what? He could go in there and say, I want control of everything, and they might actually give it to him. He's not going to work for the Chargers. He's not going to be the coach of the Chargers because he knows.
What if he sits out this year?
He's still going to be the coach of the
Okay.
Chargers. This is why, again, history here. Just a quick history. Eli Manning was drafted number 1 overall by the Chargers. He refused to play for them.
Because they were in San Diego.
No.
If they were in L.A., maybe.
No, it wasn't San Diego. It was the ownership.
I mean, there's perhaps that too.
He knew what they were. His father told him, do not draft my kid. He's not playing for those guys. Telling you. All you got to do is just little history lesson. I'm here to supply.
Okay.
But I love that they had fired the offensive coordinator and the quarterback coach. Somebody got to get whacked. Those two guys. Yeah. It's their fault.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, Cappy.
Yeah.
You and I.
Tell me.
We're going to dive deep. Deep, deep, deep. Speaking of the Chargers, into your boy Joey Bosa.
Oh, good.
Because your boy, not only did we get on him yesterday for what happened during the game, but now he has doubled, tripled down on what he did.
Yeah.
So let's get into that. Let's kind of tackle some of the games this coming weekend as well. You like how I did that? Tackle
No,
the games?
he likes that I'm now rocking sunglasses inside.
Right, so we don't see the busted up eyes.
It's like being next to the sun, these freaking lights. What do we need them for?
It happened to you in Downey when we were in the darkness.
Well, it's this time of the day, you know?
Yeah. All right. We're back in 2 minutes.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Kap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
6 p.m. in the Southland. Live Imaging Tuesday with Sedano and Kap. It is time. By the way, we got to work through some of these other birthdays.
We do?
Happy
Oh, yeah.
birthday, Michelle Obama, former First Lady.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out. She's 59.
Oh, really?
Maury Povich is 83.
Wow.
Get out of here.
Maury's still around.
Cappy, Sedano's old buddy, Dwayne Wade, is
Oh,
41.
that's right. Yeah, D. Wade.
It's also Cable Car Day.
Cable car day.
Like when you're the Rice-A-Roni in San Francisco. Yeah. And it is time.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
By the way, the greatest story D. Wade told me once, it was the same one you saw in that Redeem Team doc about Kobe Bryant being a maniac during that time they were training for the Olympics, where it was just like they were all going to the club in Vegas while they were getting ready for the Olympics. And Kobe, they're getting back at like 5 in the morning. And Kobe's like, where you guys been? I've been working out in the gym.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, D. Wade the next day was in the gym with him. And then the next day, LeBron was in the gym with them. And that's how that team came together. It's a great documentary if you haven't seen it.
How old did you say Maury Povich was?
83.
83. Yeah.
83.
You are not the father.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, Maury Povich for years. He had like one of the biggest daytime TV talk shows. Back when daytime TV talk shows were like a big deal.
Wasn't he married?
They're still kind of a big deal.
Or maybe still is married to Connie Chung?
Connie Chung.
Yeah.
The old CBS nightly news anchor woman.
Yeah.
All right, time for What You Need to Know.
Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. Less than 90 minutes from where we are.
Take it away, Producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. Well, after 3 long years of waiting, FanFest is returning to Dodger Stadium next month.
Wow.
Yay!
All right.
Yeah.
Are they going to bring back Cuban Heritage Month? They used to do that when Cuban Heritage Day. They used to do that when Yasiel Puig was here. We can bring it back with me.
Yeah. And you can throw out the first
And
pitch.
Jens. Well, I don't know if Yency Almonte. I don't think he's Cuban actually, but let me check. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
While you check on that, I will finish what you need to know.
Yeah.
So the last time they had Dodgers Fest was, Mookie Betts was still a Red Sox, and the Dodgers still hadn't won a World Series since 1988. More details are set to come, but as of now, we know a date, so put February 4th in your calendars for Dodgers Fan Fest, or your Calendly if you're Cappy.
Is Dave Roberts still the manager?
He is.
No.
February
Why are you so
4th is.
anti-Dave?
Because he's gutless.
Oh, stop.
Oh, come on, man.
Really? Do we not all remember? We were talking about the Padres last segment.
Yeah.
As a kid,
I love Dave.
Well, we all love Dave. He's so nice, but
No, you don't love Dave.
You don't.
I don't.
I love Dave.
I'm tired of watching what I see every playoff.
Okay.
Could use a little spark.
Yeah, a little spark, like
Big
Mason and
spark.
Ireland show.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a little spark.
Wow.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. All right.
Whoa. Isn't that what Michael's there for?
Yes, actually, Michael did a great job yesterday.
So February 4th, is that a Saturday?
Well, let me check my calendar.
It is a
Cap.
Saturday, yes.
Yeah. Just making sure. All right, so a little Dodger Fan Fest, huh?
I'm sure you have stuff on your calendar.
If they had
I
the
do.
if they had the proper Dodger dogs still, I would go. Just
Really?
for the Dodger dogs.
But not.
Not for that crap.
No.
Yeah, that
Have they
sucks.
confirmed like who's coming, like which players will be there for the fans?
I'm feeling most of them.
As I mentioned,
Oh.
details are still to come.
Come on.
Mookie Betts was at the
Do better.
Lakers Mavs game. I saw him there.
All right.
Yeah. And so was Chicharito
Oh, really?
of the LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
Why
No.
him?
Hey, listen, they're the
Galaxy.
champions of LA right now.
Wait, don't you can't be
No, the
anti-Galaxy when you're
Oh,
when you're
I'm
not
sorry.
pro
I thought
soccer.
that was what I said.
I don't care. Chicharito is a whole other thing, and like.
Are you
Mexican-
anti-Chicharito?
He's just an interesting character, this guy.
So are you anti
Chicha Dragon Slayer?
I'm just
Like
saying.
in those AT&T commercials?
But is it Chicharito you have a problem with?
Chicharito.
Or you have a problem with Los
Well,
Galaxies?
Galaxy, when we used to work at another station, and they used to get a lot of tickets for him, they used to give it to us, and those games were always boring.
Really? Boring AF, huh?
Yeah, there's nothing like an LAFC game
Nothing.
at the bank.
LAFC
I've
is really
said
fun.
that.
I
Then
mean,
when's
I'm
that
not even
U.S.
joking.
men's national
I've literally
team
said
game?
that.
They're playing in Serbia there. in a
Yeah,
couple
when is
days.
it? You guys know when that is?
It's in a couple days.
I'd like to go.
Go.
Thank you.
Yeah, what,
I will.
When you mean you would like to go, you want someone to give you free tickets.
That's all
Yeah.
he ever
Yeah.
wants.
Yeah. And parking.
¿Algo
And-
más?
And some sweet
What-
accommodations.
let me look at it here.
And food in the suite.
US and
Right, don't forget about food in the suite.
Of course.
Don't worry, the suite is hosted tonight, as we like to say.
What do we got tonight? We have anything good? Am I going to have like a chicken finger sandwich on like a
We're
hot
there to
dog
do-
bun?
We're there to do business.
The dessert
Captain.
is really good. The dessert card is the best part.
Yeah,
Really?
it is.
Oh
You're
my
gonna have
God.
Chipotle
Really?
catered.
The dessert card at Crypto is the best part of the meal in the suites. It's
Okay.
not even close.
All right, I don't usually do it. Maybe I'll try it out
We're
tonight.
there to do business.
I know we are.
Okay, we're not there to eat hot dogs and gallivant.
I'm not eating hot
Cappy
dogs.
is.
I'm having chicken fingers and a hot dog bun with honey mustard on it.
We can get something on the way back if you're so hungry, but do business. Do good
Yeah.
tonight. You got to do good.
Do better.
U.S. men's national team against Serbia is next Wednesday.
Oh, well, the Lakers are playing against San Antonio that night.
Yeah.
I already made plans for that game.
So then
Did you
can't
really?
go.
Yes, I did.
Why?
Easy to get tickets.
No.
Yeah. The night before they play the Clippers, hard to get tickets.
But then they're also playing the U.S. men's national soccer team against Colombia on that next Saturday, which is the 28th.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And but that's in Carson. That's a Dignity Sports. That's not at Bank of California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to go if it's not at the bank.
Okay. There you go. That is what you need to know. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are.
Happy birthday, Steve Harvey is 66.
Oh,
Steve Harvey.
Do you love the Family Feud with Steve Harvey?
We got a good one for you.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey comes out every single show. He goes, "What's going on, everybody? I'm your man, Steve Harvey." And then he claps his hands and he goes, "We got a good one for you. We got the Sedano family over here, and we got the Kaplan family over here. Give me both. Give me George. Give me Scott."
Yeah.
I love Steve Harvey.
It's so great. It's great. It's great TV to watch.
Speaking of Family Feud, hopefully at Mandy's 2, we'll actually pull that off.
Well,
this
because
year.
we didn't get a chance to do
we
that.
didn't have enough
actually.
time at Mandy's 1.
We went a little long. Run of show. We went run of show.
We went long.
We should get Steve Harvey to come out and host it.
Yeah, we'll get right on that.
Why not?
We should audition as our show as a family to be on it.
Oh, on Family Feud, you're
Yeah,
saying.
the real one.
okay.
Yeah, the real one.
Okay. I think we should get Steve Harvey to come.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? I watched that Nickelodeon documentary on Hulu.
Oh, it's great. The Orange Years.
And they remember when this was when Lindsay was on Mason Ireland, where you were going to do the Legend of Doom. What was that show?
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Okay.
And Lindsay tried out with Corporate Greg. Or you
Well,
were,
we made it, and we were picked to be on the show. But since Greg works, from 1 to 4, and I work
at that
4 to
time
7,
he was working 4 to 7. Though.
Yeah. There
Sedano
was just
booted him.
a scheduling issue. Yeah,
I thought it was Mason who booted Lindsay.
it was both.
It was a mutual boot.
Really?
Double boot.
They
I don't
colluded
understand why.
to boot both of us.
The old switcheroo, as we like to say.
Yeah, and I feel like people have Bergman in particular. I feel like he has blamed me, and I'm like, don't blame me. Blame Sedano.
Yeah, he probably blamed me.
I don't think I've ever heard your name come up once.
Good.
Brady.
Good. Leave me out of it.
He doesn't think you like him, though.
Bergman?
Yeah.
I love Bergman, although he got mad at me last week.
What did he get
Maybe
mad
that was
about?
all.
Really mad at
Oh,
me.
forget about what we were going to talk about. Let's talk about this.
He got really, really mad at me last week.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
remember when Michael Thompson was in here and he was telling these jokes and he was doing these voices and everybody's like, "Oh my God, that's so insensitive. You can't do those kinds of voices."
Yeah.
I egged Michael on.
Right, where I didn't say a word.
Right. I was egging him on going.
He literally texted me, he said, "Good job doing that."
Right. And then the next day or whatever, Michael, or maybe the next week, Michael was about to do something else and he was about to do a voice and everybody's like, "No, don't do voices." I'm like, "Go ahead, do the voices." And Bergman's like, "What's wrong with you? I can't believe you're saying that. Didn't we talk about this off the air?" I was like, "I'm just egging him on. I just thought it was funny. That's all." Tasteless, perhaps, in today's 2023 politically correct climate. I acknowledge that. But it's Michael. He gets away with stuff like that.
You just wish you would.
Yes. Desperately.
That's all this is about.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
You're so transparent.
Right.
Which is the best part.
Right. I
Yeah.
want to be able to say what Charles Barkley can say, and everybody goes,
But
"That's just Chuck."
You're not Charles Barkley.
I know, but I would take Michael.
Yeah. But you're not Michael
I know.
either.
Listen, I think Ireland says a lot of things that I think are fine, but they're
We're
cringy.
really going down this road?
I mean, they're kind of cringy nowadays.
How much do they hate you talking about us on their show? Because I heard you do it earlier today.
I don't remember what I said, but they get very upset, it appears.
So you do it purposely then in
Not
that scenario?
sometimes my bit is
Subconscious,
to just
yes.
promote
The next show.
We're not 3 different shows. We're one giant show.
One
for
9 hour
hours.
show. 9 hour show.
10 a.m. to 7 p.m. each weekday.
Right.
And so
They don't feel that way, though.
I think they do.
You do?
I do.
Yeah.
I think their bit is that they have to pretend like they don't like the show. Yeah, but what did I say? Oh, I said you guys need to be more like Sedano.
Yes,
Kap.
Yeah, and Mason was like, "No, we don't." And why would we need to be more like them? And you're like, "Oh, the show." Like you said, then you need to be better like them. And they were like, "The show." And they were like, "Oh, what?"
Yeah.
They got very offended by that.
Wow. Do better.
Well, Mason, I was trying to kind of get him down the road towards an intervention.
Kind of intervention.
Because you're saying you were saying
his apparel.
Oh, I heard this today. You were like, "Dude, if you would put on a pair of jeans and a nice shirt rather than sweatpants that you were sleeping in last night." I mean, I heard you giving him a whole hard time.
I just think that he.
I
would
mean, at
feel
least
a
with
little bit better.
the hoodie, just put on a little Lululemon or something. You know?
Or just appear
Like
that
I
you
do.
appear that you took a shower this morning.
Oh Jesus!
No.
I'm not saying he didn't shower. I'm just saying he's very laid back, and I think that affects. It affects for me.
You feel like it affects his energy?
So when you do morning radio, well, you know this.
Mhm.
You did morning radio down in the old SD.
That's right.
Sometimes just by nature you wake up late, and you have to throw on a baseball cap and a shirt and a pair of jeans and rush into the station because you're a half hour late, right, George? We've all been there.
Yes.
Go ahead. And then
keep going. Go
and
ahead.
You feel like crap all morning. You
Yeah.
get through the show, and all you want to do is run home and take a shower. I just feel like if he just prepared himself a little bit more, like the great, amazing talent.
What is he doing in that conference room with Greg for like 2 hours?
They say they're prepping the show.
What do you think he should be doing? Like makeup or something?
No, I don't know, but they're in that conference room for 2 hours. So what are you saying? I don't understand.
I'm not saying that the prep. This just.
Oh, you
how
mean like
feel.
the physical?
How
Yeah.
you feel?
Right.
Yeah.
He's encouraging him. Put on a pair of jeans. Put on a decent pair of shoes.
Like for instance, John.
Always dressed well.
But he's playing. He played golf this morning, I believe. He had to leave, but you could tell he showered at the
Yeah,
club.
no question.
Did his hair.
John always looks impeccable.
He didn't come in straight from the course.
Yeah.
What a life John Ireland seems to have.
John always looks impeccable.
Yeah.
He
Good hair.
always looks impeccable.
Mm-hmm. Cleaned up.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Shaved.
Yeah.
Mason's going to be
I
really
don't even
offended
think
when
I've
he
ever
hears
seen
that.
John with stubble.
No, I said all this on the air today to
No,
him.
with Sedano saying that Ireland dress is impeccable, Mason's going to like take offense to that.
Well, I mean,
Why
listen.
is Mason going to take offense to that?
Ireland's like officer material. He's walking tall. He's looking good.
Yeah. Hair's always slicked back.
Yeah.
He looks great. He literally doesn't even have stubble. Like the man shaves every day.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't want to do that.
No, me neither.
Jeez.
I actually shaved today because I had a little
I
stubble
didn't.
going. And I was like, you know what? I kind of look like in between. Like I'm either going to have to let it
You
go.
do have a clean shave today.
Yeah. So today, very nice, clean shave, new razor, the whole deal.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Pepe Mantilla just texted me.
What's his problem?
The great Pepe Mantilla.
I'm Facebook friends with Pepe.
It says, if Ham is calling you Jorge, you should call me Jose. But with the accent you use in the commercial of Tequila Mandala.
Right.
Jose. I just did it.
Tequila Mandala.
I read it the way he wants me to say it. Jose.
L.A., the city of champions. And now, Tequila Mandala.
Well,
Were
I
you
don't say it
here?
like that
No,
in the
were you
commercial.
here when he did that whole impersonation of you? No, you were off that day.
Yeah, I was.
And he did a whole breakdown. Who was doing the show with you?
I think it was.
Was it Beto?
may
No,
have-
it wasn't Beto.
Or Clinton.
It was
Beto
Clinton.
would have stopped you in
Oh,
your
yeah.
tracks.
Beto
was
would have been like,
Clinton.
why are you doing that to Sedano? I'm like, I'm not doing anything to Sedano.
No, it was Clinton that day.
Yeah.
And it was
Tequila Mandala.
producer Jorge and corporate Greg were Laura and Lindsay were doing other shifts or off that
Right.
day.
Yeah.
And you went in on Sedano.
Right. L.A., the city of champions. And now, the city of Tequila Mandala.
Well, that's not how I say it, though, in that commercial. I say Tequila Mandala. I go bass
Oh.
on that.
Tequila Mandala. Nice.
And every
See,
time,
you tried to do a JB Long there.
and every time
Tequila Mandala.
every time Clinton said fun,
I didn't do that, JB.
that show, every time Clinton said fun fact, which come to find out we didn't realize it, he says nonstop.
Yeah.
They played the beginning of the Cheers theme.
Yeah.
Just the dun
Dun,
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 dun.
dun, dun, dun.
It was amazing.
Yeah, because honestly, Clinton is like the younger version of a Cliff Clavin. He
really
knows
is.
all kinds of weird little stuff.
Speaking of old school stuff, your boy,
Yeah.
Al Michaels, is taking a pounding. And you know what? I'm going to tell people something that you want to say,
Okay.
which is everyone is going to have to learn on the other side why they have to check themselves.
Oh.
Let's do that next.
With Cap, 6 o'clock hour, which means Cappy's eyes are red.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, happy 52nd birthday to Lil Jon.
Lil Jon.
It's also Popeye Day.
Like Popeye the Sailor Man?
I don't know.
Well, what other kind of Popeye is there? I mean, there's the Popeye the chicken guy, but isn't he the same guy? I mean, ultimately?
No, I don't think Popeye's chicken has anything to do with Popeye the Sailor Man.
Right, but Popeye is Popeye. I mean, there's only one Popeye. I think. I mean, wasn't Popeye the chicken guy named after Popeye the spinach guy?
No.
Oh.
Wrong.
Oh.
It's National Hotheads Chili Day.
Hotheads Chili
I don't
Day.
even know what that means.
Me neither.
And on this day, back in 1998, I remember being in high school when this broke. Matt Drudge broke the story of the Bill Clinton-Monica Lewinsky affair on his website, The Drudge Report.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no idea that's where it broke.
Yeah, no, that's what put Matt Drudge on the
map.
On the map.
Yeah.
When
because Newsweek refused to run the story.
When the Chargers lost this past weekend to Jacksonville and they blew a 27-0 lead, people put out this picture of that report. Not the report, but of the people that were in the report.
Yes.
And I was like, everybody's putting it out on Twitter, and I'm like, I don't get it. I just didn't get it at all. The picture of Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. They're like, the lead, don't you get it? They lead? I was like, no, I didn't get it. Did you get it?
No.
Yeah, see me neither. Lots of people put it out there, though. I didn't get it, though.
This is literally the worst moment of the show.
All right.
Maybe we prep on that. Well, you didn't know I was going to say this, but what am I missing? Or we can't say what we're missing.
Well, they blew the lead.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? Like, and it just didn't occur to me at all. It went right over my head. Yeah.
Sedano and Cap continues now.
Oh, get lost, will you? Come on. Give me a break. What are you giving me? You busting my chops now?
It was such a good show till
It was going pretty well. I know. I screwed it all up.
See, Mason and Ireland wouldn't have done that.
Right. They're good. Those guys. They're good.
We could have just let that moment just stand.
Well, yeah, but it didn't make sense to anybody, including me.
That always fixes everything.
Right. All right. You were about to talk about Al Michaels, and you were about to talk about people checking
everybody
themselves.
needs to check themselves.
Okay, go ahead.
You are right.
I mean, seriously. The man is a living legend, an icon, okay, in this business. And honestly, he is the soundtrack of all of our lives watching professional football and the National Football League.
Go, George.
Okay? He has been part of the most iconic moments in sports history, okay? God forbid the guy has one moment out of thousands. By the way, thousands is not even an exaggeration. The man has broadcasted thousands of sporting events. And we're going to sit here and all of a sudden everybody's a freaking critic? Everyone who's never sat in that chair before. And by the way, okay, before I did the last 2 years, I might have been a schmuck too and thought something similar. But considering I've actually sat in that chair, know how freaking hard it is to call a game and how many people involved need to be a part of that process being good, not just the guy who is calling the action, whether it's the analyst, the producers, the spotter, whoever, the stats guy. That is a team effort every night. Now, he is the epitome, okay, the pinnacle of that particular industry. So to give the guy this much bleeping grief over one moment, not a one game, because the game sucked for the first half. He was right. It sucked for about 3/4 of the game, okay? And I didn't think to myself in the fourth quarter, he doesn't have enough energy. Everyone is focusing on the one freaking kick to win the game when there was a flag on the play. And by the way, technically, mechanically, he was 1,000% right. You have to call out that flag. Could he have had a little more energy for the kick? Maybe. But nonetheless, he called out a situation that we didn't know if there was going to be a re-kick. So everyone else who's never sat in that chair, who has never called a game in their life, go bleeping check yourself.
Rack him!
Rack him!
Rack
Mason,
him!
Steve Mason, I'm talking to you.
Rack him!
By the way, if our social media team's still working back there, that should be cut up and circulated. Just the clip of George.
Yeah.
Let's get that out tonight. But
phenomenal!
You're absolutely right, Sedano.
Let me ask everybody a question who's ripping Al Michaels. Let me ask everybody just a quick question. Did you want him to say this? The kick is up, and it's good. Do you believe in miracles?
I mean, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, give me a break. What did you think this was? The 1980 Olympic team beating the Soviet Union? It was the Jaguars over the Chargers in this crazy comeback game. And you're sitting there with Tony Dungy. And let me tell you something. I'm going to blame Tony Dungy way more than I'm going to blame Al Michaels, because Tony Dungy is...
Oh, my God. He was, first of all, and Tony Dungy was a great coach. Tony Dungy is good is good in studio, but calling a game is different. Okay? He gave him zero energy the whole game. So you want to talk about Al's energy? Tony Dungy gave him zero energy. And by the way, when he was actually doing the analysis, it wasn't great either. He was literally telling you the stuff that the audience already could see off the screen. He wasn't giving me any added information more times than not. And by the way, that's the job of the analyst. But I'm also not going to blame Tony Dungy entirely either. You know why? Because he's never done that either.
Right. NBC, hey, guys, I know you're listening, and I'm glad you are, but let me give you a small piece of advice. If you're going to take Al Michaels and you're going to put him on a playoff game, you're going to sit him there with somebody he's never worked with before, who's never really done games like that. Why would you not take Al and get Herb Street? They've been working together the entire season.
Borrow him for one game.
And put him on the broadcast
Ask
together.
ESPN if you can do one game with him.
Or I'll throw another thing at you. How about the way Herb Street goes from studio show to game, gets on a plane, goes to the next game? How about asking Collinsworth to do it?
Well, no, because then we'd all go, God, that's so much better than what Sunday night is now.
Well, I don't know about that. Like, I'm not here to judge whether Tirico, Michaels, whatever.
The chemistry. I love Tirico, but the chemistry between Collinsworth and Al has been for 15, 20 years.
But I think that's a good point.
I'm going to defend Al because the fact of the matter is this. Al Michaels has earned the right to tell people subtly or outwardly what he thinks of the product. He was very dissatisfied with the crappy games he found himself calling during the season. Didn't really he wasn't bashful about it. Now he's watching this game, and it's a 36-yard field goal. You expect the guy to make it.
But Scott, the point is this. The man has called probably nearly 2,000 sporting events in his life. We're talking about a single snippet of one of those 2,000 games. Like, it's the end-all, be-all to the man's illustrious career. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Right. I mean, it was so annoying that everybody jumps on my Uncle Big Al all over social media. Like, he should retire. He should quit. If he doesn't like the product, then give up the job and give it to somebody young who's energetic, who wants it. You clearly don't want it. Hey, guys, Al Michaels, you said it, the soundtrack of sports for the past 45 years at least. Do you believe in miracles? Yes. Is 1980. 80. How old were you in 1980?
I wasn't born yet.
Okay.
Did you guys see Al Michaels' response
No,
today?
no.
So he talked to Andrew Marchand from the
New York Post.
So he said he had a text conversation with him, so we don't have the audio. But he said that he got a lot of texts, hundreds of texts from people who were very happy to see him back on TV.
Did you text him, Cappy?
I spoke to him on...
Did you guys know he was doing the game?
I did not.
I
did not. I was so excited when he popped up.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
I only knew because I was trying to get him on the show, and I asked him to come on Thursday, and he was traveling to Jacksonville, and I was like, because I had to look.
Oh, you know what? You did tell me that.
Yeah, I had to look to see why he was doing that game.
Well, what the other thing he said, which is very funny for an older man, he said, internet compost. You know me as well as anyone. No screaming, no yelling, no hollering. It's television, in all caps. I'm not doing a game for over-the-top YouTube hits. That's right, Al. You tell him.
I like that Al breaks out some YouTube talk.
Well, it's funny now when you talk about that Vince Scully in 1988 was doing TV, not radio. He let the picture tell a lot of the story.
Right, with Kirk Gibson's home run.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If that was today, would we have a bunch of hacks on social media from, Tuscaloosa talking about how you should broadcast on network television like we have today? Because I saw the same stories you saw.
I actually think that Yeah, that's a great question. You might. I mean, listen, I think we live in a day and age where everybody thinks they're a critic because everyone's got an opportunity to be a critic because of social media.
Well, not just social media. It's every blog and everything else.
Right, and not have one iota of what it takes to actually pull together a broadcast.
No, you're on the receiving end, and you just thought that Al Michaels should have been a whole lot more excited about what was a great comeback, and this was going to be the last play of the game. But they're in the middle of whatever, and he goes, here's a snap, here's a kick, it's up, it's good. Wait, there's a flag on the play.
And by the way, I apologize. Steve Mason did the luge once.
He called the luge?
He did call the luge, and did it well, actually.
Hey, speaking of Vin Scully, one quick little side note here, because you mentioned Vin Scully's name. Yesterday, I'm driving out to Yaamava, right? And I'm driving on the 15 North. And there's a guy right next to me, and he's got this pickup truck that is totally decorated in Dodgers gear. And he's got this picture of Vin Scully on the back of the truck.
Oh, that's awesome.
How,
that's great.
Like, I saw this guy, so now I'm driving. I'm doing like 80 miles an hour. I grab my phone.
Yeah.
I open up the camera. I'm trying to take pictures of this guy's truck.
Yeah.
And when I finally put my phone down.
Don't drive and do that.
Dude, there was a CHP officer right behind me who apparently didn't realize that I was taking pictures.
Right.
I mean, look
I would
how.
have totally pulled you over.
I don't want to know if I should say the guy's license plate because it's the only identification I got on the guy. Hey, bro. I think the guy's name is Pepe. But anyway, hey, Pepe. Your truck is badass. Vin Scully on the back. All the Dodger gear all over it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is twice in the same segment here where I've just slowed things down completely.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I think I'm going to go viral on that Al Michaels thing
You think so?
They just clipped it and they're running down
Oh,
the
really?
ESPN Los Angeles.
Really?
Oh, good job there, Josh.
Rack him. Rack
By the
this
way,
guy.
I believe Ramona Shelburne, the great Ramona Shelburne.
Oh, she just texted us.
She
I saw
texted
that.
something about the Newsweek was going to run the story. What I said, that Drudge just jumped the Newsweek
The
story.
Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, because
thing.
today was the anniversary of Quentin
Thank you,
and
Ramona.
Monica's story.
Appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much, Ramona.
Yeah.
We always appreciate when Momo
is listening in. Ramona, did you like my Al Michaels rant? Feel free to text that too. So anyway, coming up next, big deal or no deal. Laura wants us to do a lookie in the break, but Laura, I got to go to the bathroom, so we'll do the lookie later. How about that? All right. Big deal or no deal is next.
Individual.
It is time for Big Deal or No Deal. I usually say take it away, Sedano, but he's in the bathroom. So take it away, Cappy.
You take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Sedano. I'm going to throw it. I mean, it's not Sedano, but still. I'm going to throw it to Sedano in the bathroom. Just kidding. Your face.
You going to tap him on the shoulder?
You're just like, no. Not going to pull a sleeve off.
That's gross.
Wow, you guys are pulling out some Some weird transitions in the 6
Yeah.
p.m. hours.
So weird.
Gross.
Because Cappy's had too much pixie dust.
You think so?
Definitely.
I think not enough.
You could make that argument too.
Your eyes are really red, Cap.
It's these lights.
Do you have clear eyes? I have some in my purse.
I
he's
have
got red eyes.
Oh, I got my stuff. I just haven't used it.
Clear eyes. Remember that commercial? Clear eyes. with Ben Stein.
It's Benjamin Franklin Day, by the way.
Yeah, love Ben. Did you know that Benjamin Franklin had wooden teeth? Never mind, that's George Washington.
There's a good chance Benjamin Franklin had wooden teeth too back then.
Probably, yeah.
Well, this has been a weird hour.
It has been.
Yeah.
See if we can get it back on track here.
With Big Deal or No Deal?
His teeth were made of wool.
I don't even get
Things are falling apart.
We are officially off the rail. All right.
It's all Sedano's fault too, by the way.
do this?
It's that whole Al Michaels rant he just went on.
Should I even do it? Sedano, should I even do it?
I just emailed Uncle Big Al.
Did you?
I just emailed him
I
and
thought
said
you have his phone number. Why don't you text him?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
you
he-
got to be respectable.
because
for Big Al.
he likes email. I just sent Uncle Big Al an email and said, "Hey, Uncle, we're defending you on the air." I said, "What did you expect? Do you believe in miracles?" I think he'll get a kick out of that. Maybe he'll follow and he'll see Sedano go off on
Why
social
don't-
media.
Why don't you email him the clip
You should email him the clip.
and
I
be
will.
like, "Come on with us, please."
Oh, no, he'll
Please,
come
Al.
on. He'll come
yeah,
on.
you've been saying that for about 2 years, Cap.
Well, I try and be judicious.
How
You try to be judicious with anything?
Correct.
many times has he been on the Cappy Cast in the past 2 years?
Like weekly. You know,
Exactly.
like weekly, pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the clip that they put on Twitter, does it have the Jim Rome music on it too, though?
I don't know. I can ask.
Oh, ask, because that to me is what really nails it. Like that,
For sure.
having the jungle music in the background.
I've gotten confirmation that it does not.
Oh,
Shame of all shames.
Can we put it in there? Can we add it?
that would make it
Yeah,
hilarious.
he
we'll
said
fix
yeah.
it. They'll add
take,
it.
Take that one
Yeah,
down
take
and
that one
repost
down.
it. Yeah.
Take that one down.
All right, ready?
Do you think Benjamin
No.
Franklin had wooden teeth?
No, it's wool. His teeth were made of wool.
Oh, wool. Never mind. Because we did a whole wooden teeth bit while you were in the bathroom.
Sorry. Yeah.
Clearly, you guys have never seen Big Daddy before.
Oh. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. And the wheels are off. Okay,
Yeah.
so this one's even better then. A Canadian woman caused $10 million in damages after driving drunk and crashing into a house and causing an explosion. She is now suing the concert venue that provided her the alcoholic beverages, as she claims they're the ones to blame. She said the venue, quote, ejected her from the venue and failed to take steps to ensure that she would not drive home. Is this a big deal or no deal? Cappy?
I'm going to say no deal because I hate when people are litigious and blame everybody else other than themselves. I mean, come on. It's the concert venue's fault. And so now she's going to sue them. No, it's not my fault. It wasn't me who was doing all that drinking. It wasn't me who ran my car into your house, but it's their fault. So I'm going to sue them. So I'm going no deal. Jorge?
I didn't hear the question, sorry.
I mean, it was so clear that
I
he
know.
didn't hear the
He was
question.
not paying attention in the slightest
Were
bit.
you texting Uncle Al?
I'm texting someone to try to see if I can go, like, also help get Uncle Al on. But go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. What was the question?
Since you can't get it done, Cappy.
Wool teeth? No, I'm
Yeah,
not saying that. I'm just helping.
It's not that I'm not getting it done. I've chosen to try and be a little careful, you know?
All right, what's the question?
Did Benjamin Franklin have wool teeth?
See,
His teeth were made of wool.
what was the question?
A girl, she got kicked out of a concert venue, and now she's trying to sue them because they gave her too much alcohol and didn't ensure she had a safe ride home, and she crashed into a house. So, is that a
But
big deal?
she
or no?
drank it?
Yeah, she was drunk.
And she was underage.
No, she was of age.
Oh, that's her fault, dude.
I know. It's the old story about the lady who got the hot coffee from McDonald's and it burned her leg and it's
Time
everybody
out.
else's fault.
Time
you know?
out. There is a documentary on that, and that is legit. That woman legitimately had like third-degree burns on her
That's
leg.
true. I saw it.
It is not how I remembered it. It is way worse than like it was. She deserved that money.
She
trust me.
deserved
All right.
it.
My God,
And
you
you know
guys
what? She
jumped
didn't even
all over me.
ask for the money.
Did you see that?
She
Did you
did
see how the
not-
two of them got mad at me?
She did not ask for the money. The jurors gave her the money because she was only asking for the medical bills.
Oh. All right. Well,
So
I
the
didn't see the
media just went
documentary.
openly.
You know how long
that.
that's been like the
Look at this.
reference point for suing people is like the lady with the hot coffee at McDonald's.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now, what was the Clinton Yates reference? I needed him to appear at 10:30 this
I
morning.
remember.
Here he
It's-
is.
I know
Play
it.
the Cheers theme. That's what it is.
It's because his teeth are made of wool.
The big CY.
What's up, boys?
The president.
How we doing?
Sedano was so
Sedano,
deep in
I
his
know.
phone.
Right.
So locked in.
He didn't even see Clinton walk in.
I made an appearance in the window.
Didn't even see that.
Said, "What up, y'all?"
Yeah.
Came through. How we doing?
We're
Beautiful.
Good.
Excellent.
Now,
What's
what
up, the
made
big
you
CY?
appear? I needed you earlier this morning, but we thought if I said
Well,
your
what
name
did
enough,
you- well, may I
I don't
ask-
remember. It's been a long day.
Are you saying like it's a genie in a bottle situation where you're just like you say his name enough and he appears?
I think it's more like Candyman. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's a black villain.
Oh,
where
well,
you
I wasn't
stand
going
3
there,
times
but-
in the mirror, and then all of a sudden I show up.
What is going on? Are you here for the game tonight, or
I'm
what are you
here for
doing?
the game tonight. We were spending some time with the Good Karma family downstairs.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
We're gonna go there and then go to the game.
It was my understanding that you were up here. I
Yes.
said, "Oh, let me pop up."
Yeah.
and so that's what I did.
So we're going to the game from
Yeah.
here.
Guess who's going to be there?
Kesha.
Oh, excellent guess. Ball 1.
Julian.
Correct.
Oh,
Dear Julian.
the consigliere.
Consigliere will be in the building, and so I figured.
Do you like my outfit, Julian?
If anybody sees the consigliere at the arena tonight, say hello.
Hug it out with him.
There
Tell him
will
to
be
bring it
a
in.
reunion with Morales.
Yeah.
This is what we're building for. A bring it in reunion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
And Paul George and Kawhi are both playing tonight. So
Oh
there's
wow,
that.
that is all.
What a
that's
night
that
it's
is
gonna be.
almost as big of a deal
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
Julian seeing Morales. So yes, we're excited about that. What are you guys talking about?
We're doing big deal or no
yeah,
deal.
you want to play?
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
I'll-
ahead.
I'll ask you the last question, Clinton.
Okay.
Were Benjamin Franklin's teeth made of wool?
Of wool or wood?
Either one.
They were made of neither. I'm not going to talk about what they were made of. They were made of other people's teeth, most likely.
Ew.
No matter what history says. But those people looked like me. So, yeah, no deal, because that's not true.
All right, moving on.
The 6 o'clock hour really
Yeah,
has been
this
rough.
thing
That
stinks.
definitely
No, it's not
took a
rough. It's
turn.
going off the rails, but it's
Yeah.
like in a fun way.
Took a
I feel
turn.
like.
Just
Okay.
saying.
Well, speaking of crashes, a man going through a contentious divorce was caught on camera on a smash-up rampage, crashing a dump truck into his estranged wife's home and slamming into parked cars. The video has gone viral, and you can see it on my Twitter because I retweeted it at Lindsay Baseball. So first, the man came by in his Chevy Impala and crashed into the house while his wife was inside. Then he came back in a dump truck and he did some more damage. Then he came back a third time with the Impala again. So I feel like this is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any crazy ex stories?
Not like that, dude.
I feel like Morales might have something that tops that.
Crazy exes?
Crazy ex stories.
They were just crazy while I was with them. Once they became exes, they were kind of gone.
What's
Any
the name?
incidents
What's the name of that song by Carrie Underwood?
before he cheats?
Where she break out your headlights?
Yeah, she takes the baseball bat.
That's a nice. It's a nice.
I thought that was Elon Nordegren.
It's a nice play-by-play of how to
not- we
bang
don't
up a
need
Oh,
car.
that's a golf club.
Yeah, we don't need that joke.
Yeah.
Saying.
It's a nice bang up of how to
you
get
love
a
Tiger.
how to
I
get
do
a
love
car
Tiger.
messed up.
Yeah.
That's what that song's good at.
I love Tiger like Clinton loves Julian.
Yeah.
Oh, Tiger!
You know what I do?
Oh,
love?
Tiger!
I love watching Tiger and Charlie play together. That's cool.
It's fantastic.
Oh, Tiger!
so much fun.
Can I caddy
It
for
is
you
fun.
and Charlie?
By the way, I'll be Monday at Riv Media Day for the Genesis Invitation.
The
Hey.
Genesis
Tigers
Invitational.
tournament.
Hey, hey.
The U.S. Open here in L.A. too?
Yes, at LA
Yes.
Country Club.
You gotta go to that.
This year?
I
It's
don't know
in
if any of
June,
us will
right?
be allowed in, but we'll try.
Fun
Yeah.
fact.
It's in
Fun
June,
fact.
though, right?
Genesis, first book of the Bible.
A fun fact.
Yes.
A fun fact right here
Already?
from Clinton Yates.
Yeah.
It's time for the Cheers
That
theme.
was such a cheap fun fact. That's not really a fun fact.
What's next, Lynn?
Wait, does anyone else? None of you guys have like crazy ex stories?
I don't.
I have a
it, yeah.
million crazy X stories. One time,
They
one
discovered you were watching them?
No, one tried to. Well, it was the exact
Come on,
opposite.
nobody
It
laughed
was
at
the
that?
opposite.
Nobody laughed.
It was the opposite.
Ew.
Somebody ran into me at a bar that person did not know I was there, and this was an ex, and chased me out of a bar, and I had to there was a half chance that let's just say the authorities might get involved.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Luckily, the authority that might got involved might have been a buddy of mine from high school,
Hey, now.
and he was like, "You get out of here. This person who's been stalking you will not be getting out of here." And I was like, "Thank you, sir."
See how I dovetailed that? Because I knew it was a stalking bit. That
Yeah,
was the bit.
exactly.
Yeah.
It happens.
Nicely done.
It happens.
Very
Yeah,
well
try.
done. Very well
It
done.
You've got
happens.
great chemistry.
You do.
Excellent chemistry.
All right. What's next, Lynn?
All right, last one here. Scientists have developed a laser that could detect extraterrestrial life in outer space.
Lakers don't have any lasers.
Nope, they definitely don't.
Sacramento's got a laser beam.
They do. They
The
beam.
beam.
Light the beam.
the beam.
Light the beam.
Well, the NASA-backed research conducted at the University of Maryland shows that the technology could identify signs of life and analyze materials from other planets. It was published this week in the journal Nature Astronomy. Is it a big deal or no deal that NASA can detect aliens?
I'm going to say it's a big deal.
I would say that shouldn't it be no deal because that should be part of what they do?
Shouldn't it be no deal because can they really, really, really prove that they're aliens?
Well, let's discuss.
Well, they're not human life forms, clearly. There's got to be. You don't believe there's other life forms out there?
I'm not saying that I don't believe them, but does alien encompass everything that's a life form outside of human life?
Yes.
It does?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
So like a little amoeba
No,
on
not
another
flora,
planet?
Not flora.
Oh,
But like
fauna.
Perhaps.
Oh.
See, that was a lot.
Thank
That
you.
was an off the glass lob.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
The University of Maryland, space station is at Goddard Space Station in Greenbelt, Maryland.
That was a fun fact.
Thank you.
Where is my Cheers music?
Thank you. I'm just saying. So that's a fun fact.
What is Laura's?
But
Laura's,
wait.
what are you saying? She's like, stop, leave me
Well,
alone.
because we have a bed underneath big deal or no deal.
I
So
know.
it clashes. But
Lindsay.
if you want me to change it,
Well,
I
the man
can.
is fun fact man, you know?
Lindsay, is it they can or they cannot detect?
They have the technology to be able to do that.
Okay, so the reason why that's a big deal is that if you have the technology, George, not dissimilar to the NFL having a chip in the football that they do not use for first downs, but they apparently use for other things. If we have the technology and it is not succeeding to do the best thing possible, which is find the extraterrestrials, well then, yeah, it's a big deal because they're not achieving. The offensive
I guess
coordinator
that's fair.
is not getting it done. I mean, like, what's the point of the
The whole
point of
project,
technology
right,
if
yeah.
you're not actually getting what
Fire
you
the
want?
OC.
Yeah, fire the OC.
And the quarterback coach.
Exactly.
I think it just takes a long time to get to those planets.
I think it takes a long time to be able to, I don't know, call some running plays in the second half when you're up by 24 points, but that's just me.
I know. I personally loved it.
I mean, that must have been.
Oh.
The Bolts are the best entertainment product in the NFL.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easy.
And people ask me, they're like, if you're such a hater, why do you talk about them? I'm like, because they're so good.
They're great to watch.
I love those guys.
Fantastic. It's fantastic.
I love to hate those guys.
Fun fact.
That is a fun fact.
Fun fact, my dad lived in San Diego for 2 years when I was 5 and 6 years old.
See that?
Wow.
That's a fun fact.
Wow. There it is.
Jake Paul's 26.
Hey, now.
Jake Paul's going to fight somebody. Who is he going to fight?
Zoe Deschanel is.
He's not going to fight her.
Wait, hold on.
He's gonna
43.
fight Tommy Fury.
Hey, Zoe Deschanel. What's the name of that show she's got now? Is it Mean Girls?
New Girl.
New
that's,
Girl.
That's a very old show.
That's
It's
a
been on
very
for like
old
12
show.
years.
Yeah, that's
I was
like
like,
really
what?
old.
Wait, New Girl's not new?
No.
New Girl's old.
It has like 10 seasons or something.
Yeah, it's super old.
Really?
They like went
It
away
should
and
be
then
new
came
old,
back.
New girl. At this
Right.
point.
I didn't know that New Girl was old. I thought New Girl was new.
She's
Great
an
show,
old
by the
girl.
way.
It
And
is a
another
great show.
person that could owe his career to Keenan Ivory Wayans, but nobody ever mentions that. Jim Carrey is 61 years old.
Is he really?
Fire Marshal Bill.
Fire Marshal Bill was great.
Can you tell the Paul brothers apart? I can't.
No, I don't try to.
Okay, neither do I.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Fun fact.
Logan, is it Logan or Jake's? Who?
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Is that
Do
the
you-
fight or is that Logan?
I think
Well,
Jake
they
Paul.
both kind of are.
Oh, they
yeah,
are?
I think Logan's the bigger, tougher.
Cappy, do you know the difference? Like, if you saw them in a lineup, would you be able to identify them by first name?
I think, maybe.
No.
You wouldn't be able to identify them out of a lineup of like 4 people in general.
Wow. Think?
No, I don't think.
Well,
you
neither
would.
would
No?
I. But
The Pauls?
I mean, even amongst the 2 Pauls alone, I'm not
Yeah,
sure I'd
I
be
don't
able
know.
to identify either one.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
George, you?
I don't. I know which one is Jake. Yes, I've seen him at Laker games.
So then the other one must be the other one.
Right. That's one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like when you see twins and they're at the same place at the same time. You're like, oh, I know the difference. But when you see them apart, you're like, I have no
Well,
idea.
Trudell has
Yeah.
twins, and I can't always tell Jet and Talon apart.
Their names are Jet and Talon?
Yeah.
Those are great names.
Those are
Jet-
mascot
T-T.
names.
Yeah, now Jet,
T-A-L-O-N.
I know a couple people that have gone in
And
the
Riggs
Jet
is
direction.
the youngest, the little baby.
Those are
Talon.
straight up
Oh, that's
mascot
the
names.
magazine Key was in. Jet magazine. That
Oh,
was
Jet,
the big-
not
It
Ebony.
wasn't Ebony.
Not
Ebony was the
Ebony.
one that I had their
Jet
subscription to.
magazine.
Is that what you needed me for at 10:30 this morning?
No.
Okay. All right.
It wasn't
'Cause-
Source.
Yeah.
He was probably in Source
He was
too. but
definitely in the Source.
The
Well-
bit was about Jet magazine that he did. years
Okay.
ago.
We're
Beauty-
way
Beauty
over
of the week?
Way over the break.
What?
Pardon me.
One more segment to go.
Go ahead.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. But look, a new dealer just walked
Oh,
in.
we could have a new dealer.
Right.
That's true. All right, so we'll have that final segment coming up, and Laura will make us record her lookie for Christopher in the break as
that
well.
we won't use.
Yeah. All right.
Cap, final segment for a Tuesday. On this day in 1981, the band Motley Crue was formed.
Crazy. I'm sure Cabby went to a bunch of those concerts.
Oh, dude, I saw Motley Crue open for Ozzy Osbourne in like 1985.
Where are we talking? What's the venue?
Hollywood Sportatorium. That's like where they would have pro wrestling matches,
I was
too.
going to say, what were the other events?
Yeah, that was it.
James Earl Jones is 92.
Oh,
Wow.
Lord Vader's voice. Let's not forget.
And the voice of CNN. I mean, Sedano is deep into that phone. Now I know how.
You know why? He wants to book Al Michaels now.
I want him to get him on.
And he's saying, hey, Cap, you say you're all pals with Al Michaels. You can't get him on, so I'm going to go in my own direction, and I'm going to go get Al Michaels on.
I'm just trying.
Now I know how he feels when he's texting me later on after the show, and I'm thinking, I actually don't think about his family and his wife, but now I know how they feel when he's texting, complaining about you after a show, where he's just deep in there.
Well, I'm definitely not complaining about you
How do you get to
anymore.
Al? Do you have to write like?
I mean, I did that maybe like 9 months ago.
Stone tablets, send them across the. How do you get to Al?
Al Michaels?
Yeah.
He's Uncle Big Al.
I'm saying, what is the correspondence method of choice to get
I
to Al?
email with Al. Al and we email.
Okay. All right.
So last week, I was like, you want to come on the show? I'd love to have you on. And he was like, well, I'm traveling to Jacksonville at that time.
Sure.
So we missed him. But now, after the whole controversy and then the Sedano rant where we had to rack Sedano, did you know that? We racked him.
Double racking.
Racked him.
I feel like getting in touch with Al is like getting in touch with Hyman Roth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a big deal.
We're bigger, Michael.
I'm going to take a nap. You know what I mean?
Michael, we're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Right, exactly. That's precise.
So Motley Crue, how many concerts?
Well, I've been to probably 3 or 4 Motley Crue concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show everybody the cake.
The undershirt and the pants.
Yesterday out at Yaamava, they had the cheerleaders performing, and they were playing Girls, Girls,
They
Girls.
were, yeah.
And I was going, Girls, Girls, Girls.
Did you think you were somewhere else?
At the Dollhouse in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. A gentleman's club is what you thought.
Girls, Girls, Girls.
That's usually what they play at the gentleman's club.
Yeah, that's right. Porsche to the main stage.
I usually go with Diamond.
Oh, really?
Or Sapphire.
Sapphire.
Usually a jewel of
No,
some
I'm
kind.
more into the cars, Porsche or Mercedes.
It's not spelled the same way.
No, it's different?
It is. Porsche, usually for a female, is Portia. Porsche.
I did not know that. Fun fact.
I was going to say, fun fact, I now know what the girls look like at the
Porsche
bars that
from
you
the
all
Real
go to.
Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
It was Porsha.
Sure, but that's a different Porsche.
Yeah.
That's an Atlanta Porsche.
Yeah.
If you will.
Okay.
That's different.
Yeah.
So it is dealer's choice.
Yeah.
And the big CY, Clinton Yates, president of the Handsome Man community, the local chapter anyway,
Thank
is
you,
here.
sir. How are you?
We did have a complaint yesterday. George and I had a gentleman on. His name is Chris Fava.
Sure.
And Chris is the vice president of food and beverage at Yaamava. And the vice president of the Handsome Man community complained.
I saw that Los was upset in the COT.
Right. He's like, you guys are interviewing another vice president. What about me? And I'm like, well, listen, at Yaamava, they got lots of vice presidents.
Sure.
In the local chapter of the Handsome Man community, 1 VP.
Well, here's the other thing is that in the handsome man community, wearing a suit is not necessarily a part of the handsomeness. That if that's something you do as your vocation and as your job, sure, but that does not necessarily contribute to one's handsomeness. I got the impression from the video, Chris, from the footage, that the VPs of Yaamava were suits, whereas the other VP, Lowe's, were not suits, which is
usually
partial to the local chapter.
That kind of establishment, the VPs will be.
Absolutely.
Or a casino of any kind like that.
Right, they were looking sharp.
Now, was he really food and beverage guy, or was it like in the movie Casino?
No,
when they had to give him the title to get around the gaming board.
No, he had a real ID. He had a real ID that said food and beverage, VP. Yeah.
Because,
Right.
when you make that they just move your application to the bottom. I'm making deep references now. Oh, my God. Sam Rothstein.
Yeah,
Sam Ace Rothstein.
So, George, you're really consumed with getting Al on the show now,
I mean,
huh?
just deep in there.
Right.
Deep. I'm listening to you, Hyman Roth. I'm listening. Yes, he is really he's not part of the gaming board. He's absolutely just the food and beverage vice president. I can do two things at once.
This is the greatest 12 minutes we've ever done.
Let everybody see the cake sent me over the edge. I lost control of myself during the segment for that.
So, okay, Clinton, you're here in the house today.
I'm here, yes.
Would you like to take over Dealer's Choice, or do you have something that you would use for the last segment of the show for Dealer's Choice? Something that's on your mind, something that you got to get off your chest, something that you could contribute to today's broadcast.
No. I'm here as a guest. I'd like to reply to whatever you all have on the table already. I'm not going to step
Are you
in.
passing along Dealer's Choice?
I'm not going to step into the cookout
No,
with
I'm
my
talking to
own
him.
dish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, am I passing on Dealer's Choice?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Cappy is absolutely passing
No.
on Dealer's Choice.
I'll take over Dealer's Choice. Here's the thing.
We only have like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say we got a quickie here.
All right, so listen. So I have not had one drop of alcohol in the month of January thus far.
As in the entire calendar year of 2023.
Correct. And it's not because I consciously came into the month saying I'm doing dry January. It just happened that way that Rachel went on an antibiotic. The doctor told her, don't drink alcohol with this. She didn't. And so I decided not to drink.
I don't think that's coincidence.
What?
I don't think that's coincidence.
I also
at all.
don't think that Rachel wants you telling everybody stuff like that.
Yeah,
bro. That's probably too much information.
I mean, HIPAA laws, whatever they're called.
Listen, we're open books. We're
That
good.
was a bad dealer's choice.
Well, I'm trying to explain why.
Was it amoxicillin? Like what
I
kind
don't know what it is.
There's actually an amoxicillin shortage going on right now.
Like eggs. Like eggs. Can't get eggs or amoxicillin in this country. What kind of country are we living in? No eggs, no
by the way,
amoxicillin.
speaking of which, today on ATH, Kevin Blackistone.
That's around the horn?
Yes. Kevin Blackistone told us supply chain issues with Girl Scout cookies, too. The product to get Girl Scout cookies.
That's a big deal in this world.
That is going to be a big problem because
Wow.
people may say they don't want to buy the Girl Scout cookies, but they buy the Girl Scout cookies.
Let me tell you something, Scott.
Yeah.
You know what I did last night?
Tell me.
Bought a lot of Girl Scout
Oh, really?
cookies.
Did you order them?
If you get my point.
Yeah, did you?
That's not what I'm talking about, brother.
Oh.
Different kind of Girl Scout
Different
cookies.
kind of Girl Scout cookies.
I don't
yeah.
get it.
Those
Yeah.
were excellent.
Oh.
Those were.
I
yes,
got you.
Really?
Right, thank you.
He
yeah.
went
Did you have some Samoas last night?
No, I didn't. No, I'm talking about the Girl Scout cookies.
He'd want to eat some Samoas after
Sure,
the fact.
after
I
I
get it.
engaged in the Girl Scout cookies, the Samoas would have been on deck.
Go ahead.
I'm saying.
Go ahead. All right.
Go ahead.
All right. So here's the thing. So no booze. So now I find
Thanks to
myself.
Rachel taking amoxicillin.
Sure,
Yeah.
right.
I find myself.
See, I'm back.
Because-
You
Right.
because-
He just jumped right back into it.
She's taking it because they're open books.
Yeah.
No, that's not why she's taking it. She's
Not
taking
okay,
it.
okay.
We don't need to know why she's taking
Yeah,
it.
I don't know why
don't
she's
say
taking it.
it.
Anyway, listen.
I mean, you know.
I'm finding myself needing to do other things in life other than go to bars and watch bands play.
Do you need amoxicillin too?
I don't think so.
Maybe for that eye.
Maybe.
Jesus.
All I need is some juice, some eye juice, and I'll be back.
And some
This
pixie
is
dust.
when you start practicing pickleball.
Well, so this is what my point was: is what I need other things to do. I've gone to 2 movies in the last week and a half. I never go to the movies
And
ever.
complained about it.
What'd
No.
you see?
We complained about one of them.
The Fablemans. Don't see this.
No chance I'm seeing that.
Do not see this
Zero
movie.
chance there's a black person in that movie.
Okay.
Zero chance. The Fableman?
Yeah.
Wait, let me guess. It's set in some weird, like, sort of medieval times.
No, it's just for me. I walked out of there hating that movie and hating Steven Spielberg.
Oh, it's a Spielberg film.
And I didn't realize that it was so autobiographical about Spielberg. And then it's like this Jewish guy, and he moves to Northern California, and everybody calls him the Bagel Man rather than Fableman, you know? And like there's a lot of anti-Semitism involved. And then there's the brother and the 3 sisters. So the brother's the oldest and the 3 sisters, and they get into this divorce. And it just all hit too close to home
wait,
for me.
On the IMDb, not a single black person in top cast.
I was going to say, are there 4 black people in it? A brother and 3 sisters?
I mean, I can go
Or
deeper
are
into the
there-
cast if you'd like.
I have a fun
That was
fact
a
about
joke.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, fun fact?
Here we go.
Did you know the Toronto Raptors were actually renamed as an inspiration from Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park?
I absolutely knew that.
Yeah, because the park where they're outside the arena is called Jurassic Park.
Also,
Fun fact.
If you tune into the ESPN episode of Threads, a short miniseries I did on the different uniforms of the different 90s NBA franchises, we learned that. That's all.
All right, we're done here, huh?
Lakers talk is next.
Everybody
4 seconds. Great job, Cappy, Christopher,
This is
Clinton. Thank you for stopping by. Lindsay and Laura. Something's up next. See ya.